For what is?
Hello! Hello, 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 hello. You don't have a topic for bits. Haha! Hello, 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 and welcome. Hello, Phoenix. Hello, Milady Law, crisps and rum at the ready. Welcome in to the FBF Quiz Night. My name is John, and I am joined by the Rogue Trader Enthusiast.
Somebody said rum?
By Ben the Quest Giver.
But why is the rum gone?
I believe we have found the theme. Let's see if we can keep it going when I say hello to the Angel Games player.
Yes, the rum is gone.
Ooh, good impression. That was a good impression.
That was alright.
And finally, Angel Mama is here as well.
I got a jar of dirt. I got a jar of dirt.
Yeah, well played, well played.
Well, you have to replace the rum with something.
What, you're gonna drink the dirt?
I don't think you need to, like, weigh
I'll go
it
for the
down.
mead next, you know.
It's not like weighing it down Indiana Jones style-y, is it? Like, is somebody trapping their rum and their mead with Indiana Jones traps?
Yes. And
Oh.
if you don't get the weight right, then it's a giant meatball that falls at you.
Oh.
John,
Well, fair.
just to check, is it against Twitch terms of service if I drink rum and mead midstream?
I will double check.
Not if you don't say that's what you're drinking.
I believe it's
Don't tell
as-
them it's okay. They
As-
don't listen.
as long
I
as
think
you
it-
aren't as long as you aren't doing it for getting bits in.
Ah, good. We
if
don't
you'd like to
we
get
don't
your
have
bits
hydrate.
in, I will no.
Well,
So, yeah.
they don't have hydrate, which is good.
It's yeah.
Don't have hydrate set up, which means we're safe.
As long as you aren't doing it for people on the stream,
Well, we are
Then,
doing
yes.
it for the people on the stream. It's how we stay sane.
I know, right?
yes, Phoenix can't make us do shots. Milady Law can make us do a stretch.
She got us.
Oh, that's a good one.
Law says
Oh,
stretch
yeah.
towards the drink.
That's the stuff. It's just stuff.
Lady Law's fault.
It's weird.
It's
Oh,
kind of hard
God.
to stretch and try to drink.
Angel
What-
Mama just
what-
got a real bad cramp in her foot. So she said, "Thanks, Lore."
So,
Oh dear.
Because there's swimming.
one thing I'm going to do is just bring up the sound mixer levels, because I can see that we're sometimes clipping. I'm going to see if I can
Oh.
balance that.
This is
Only
interesting.
sometimes we need to step up our game.
So this is. I'm feeling very suddenly self-conscious. My hair is my hair. My hair. Oh God, what?
Oh, what was said that we went that way?
I don't remember.
Don't worry, you don't need to be self-conscious. You've got me in the stream. I look like a mess every day.
Oh no, it's just I feel like I'm a pair of glasses on a ball of fur right now. Because like there's no like sideburns. It's just beard through to long hair.
I don't know why you say that, Rogue, but Ben has run off the camera.
Let's say the issues.
That's correct.
That's cool.
Oh dear.
It's kind of hard to wear the headphones,
Oh.
but still.
Thank you, Law. I am a very happy suit sprite.
Oh, you've got the dark disregard. No, Rogue, I was just going to say, what was it that that caused Jennifer and I to be unified in groans last month?
Oh god, that was a month ago. I've been like deathly ill since then. I'm not going to remember that. I could barely remember how to do my job this week.
Well, what you'll have to do is to go back onto the final boss fight site and take a look at the last quiz, and you'll find the exact reason why.
You will.
There were some good clips last week. Last month.
To rope things back in a little bit, because I feel that this is one where there is plenty of opportunity for this to overrun, because we've got some topics that are very close to some people's hearts here, and I feel that there's plenty of things that you guys are likely to want to discuss in answering them. So I'm just going to try and get us going in the right direction by saying, Rogue, you look like a sprite. Ben, you've lost the glasses since I covered you up with the quiz names thing. I didn't see when that happened. If you want to go back and watch what that massive clip was from, the clip went to our YouTube channel. It went on our clips on Twitch. Go back. The VOD, while it might have disappeared from Twitch at this point, it might be getting close. It is available on the YouTubes. We have the final boss fight quiz night to do. I have 4 rounds of 10 questions. I have a round as picked by Angel Games Player on the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I have a round that we sort of discussed out a bit before, where we're going to talk about when 2 franchises crossed over with each other in the Amalgam-verse. I have Disney.
I have an itch on my foot.
Disney trivia, and we also have a general knowledge round. As per usual, there are 10 questions for each of these rounds. If you are playing along at home, please do not put the answer in the chat, despite what everybody is about to say over the top of me.
Put it in the chat! Put it in the chat!
Do not share it in the chat until we have marked the answers. Otherwise, that is unfair for the people that are playing.
John is absolutely right. You should send them directly to me. I am Ben the Quest Giver. Please send me all your answers straight away.
Do not listen to them.
I'm genuinely thinking that Ben can do that in his sleep now.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, before we get started with the quiz questions, I need to get some quiz team names. So, Ben, what is your team name for this marvelous quiz?
I am Captain Quest Giver.
Oh boy, Captain Quest. I don't know why it's decided to fill up the whole screen.
Oh, it's because it knows I'm great. Yes, Captain Quest Giver.
We're just gonna shrink that down to the top line where that should be.
And now I feel so tiny.
Rogue.
Right.
I'm gonna go with Margaritaville. Mostly in honor of the now recently passed Jimmy Buffett, who died since we last did the quiz.
Yes, he has. So as many people, but yes, he did as well.
I pathologically, I know too many of those song lyrics not to have said something. Like, I'm pretty sure I could, in my sleep, quote the entirety of the Fruitcakes album.
Angel.
Boom shakalaka.
Was that,
You can't.
was that your name or just a random assortment of noises?
I think it's from Muppets Treasure Island.
Muppet Treasure Island. It's Miss Piggy. Boom shakalaka. Boom shakalaka. Boom shakalaka laka. Boom shakalaka laka. And she rides in on an elephant. It's awesome.
Not an elephant.
It is an elephant. Nope, she rides in on an elephant and she has an anteater for a pet.
So Team Miss Piggy on an elephant?
No,
And-
Team Boom Shakalaka.
And Angel Mama, you don't have a lot of space left, I'm not going to lie to you.
I like it.
Oh, God.
Team Good Lord, okay.
Can I just go with Black Widow?
It might be copyrighted.
Or Widow?
We've now found out the
Widow.
truth about Angel Mother's background.
Why do you think my marriage ended? Widow. Or yeah, Widow's fine. Widower.
We got
That's
Black
politi-
Widow
you know,
in there.
that's-
Widowmaker?
I believe that
Um,
one's also
yeah.
taken.
I think you should have gone with Captain Smollett. Oh my
No, I'm not
God.
going with Captain Smollett. I am not fucking Kermit the Frog.
Are you sure? You're the one wearing green today.
Why do I get
the
the
one with the
feeling...
Being green.
Why do I get the feeling that somebody's been watching Muppet Treasure Island recently?
Oh, what gives you that idea? I don't know what you're talking
No
about.
idea.
Boom shakalaka, boom shakalaka.
At some time, we need to have you two on camera.
It's the only movie with the best actor.
Singing the best song,
His only song.
his
Thank
only number.
I mean, to be fair, he also has Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Very true.
That's
That's how he
His
got the
best.
audition when it came down to the Treasure Planet.
Treasure
Island.
I just love that like there's a meme that I've seen where it talks about the two actors in the two Muppets films. and
Yes.
it's
Michael Caine.
Michael Caine and Tim Curry, and how Michael Caine did it perfectly, and the Muppets Christmas Carol is perfect because he didn't view the Muppets as Muppets. And Tim Curry and Muppets Treasure Island is perfect because Tim Curry is a Muppet.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I believe it.
I will let you know,
Michael
John.
Caine did it for the Michael Caine did it for the paycheck. I think he said, "I still got a
Oh, yeah.
mortgage to pay."
He had
Oh,
that
he-
side of it, but he also wanted to treat it as if he was in the Shakespeare company,
Yeah,
as far
he-
as my understanding.
He basically went in and said, you know, I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna do it as if it's a perfectly, you know, it's a completely serious film with completely serious actors. And the director, who was Jim Henson's son, said, perfect, you've exactly nailed what we want, which is it is exactly a serious film with all of the chaos happening around you.
Yeah,
Risen
and you
to the
don't
rank.
notice it.
Need I
It is
say more?
normal every day.
Anyway,
Well,
those aren't the questions we have for tonight. What we do have for tonight are these questions.
Are you willing to put your answers into the chat? That is the main question for the...
If the answer to that is yes, you are wrong.
You need to get that made into a T-shirt, Ben.
Question. He will now. He will now.
One day, it's literally just going to be one of those things where one day you just slowly raise.
Look, it's merchandisable. Why not?
I've just seen the chat there.
Oh, we're Twitch chat.
I'm just gonna have to make sure that Law is employed near you at all times.
No, and make sure I lock the door on these days for this reason in particular.
Question
I get
one.
punished later.
Question 1. What is Carol Danvers' nickname for Monica Rambeau? Law says, I've got a ladder, Ben.
I was expecting more
No,
like
this
the
will probably
fireman's kick.
Let's see.
What is Carol Danvers' nickname for Monica Rambeau? Scratch.
That's it, I locked the windows as well. Now, seriously, put those answers into the chat right now. Snuggle mumpkins. Kissy kissy? No.
Tits McGee.
That's your nickname.
Fuck, I'm a window cleaner.
The window cleaners are not allowed in through the window, my dear. That is not how that works.
No, I think if she's climbed up the outside of the building and is now trying to spray you with water, but the windows are closed, she's now just cleaning your window.
Yeah, I don't do the other side thing. There's a downside to it because it's getting hot.
Question 2. Who was able to pick up Thor's hammer in Endgame? Other than Thor.
Damn it.
I know what Ben is like.
I
Other
was
than
aiming for extra
Thor,
points right there, to be fair. I was aiming for extra points.
other than Thor, who was able to pick up Thor's hammer in Endgame?
I mean, it's valid. Thor has not always been able to pick up his hammer.
It's true. It is very true. It is not inherent. Oh, God.
I mean, you're right,
Thank
Phoenix.
you, Phoenix.
He
Thank
wouldn't
you.
be wrong.
Yes. Exactly.
But that is
Give
also...
me points, John.
That
Give
is
me
not
points.
the answer I'm looking for. And we
But
all
give me
know
the
it.
points,
Also,
John.
it
Please
also-
give me the points. It can't end up like last time.
It also proves that you can, in fact, pointlessly argue with people on the internet and still be worthy.
Question 3. Wanda and her brother Pietro are from where?
Do you mean what comic or like what country?
What country?
Right.
That was going another way.
Geographically-
Why did you have to say that out loud?
Geographically, where are they from?
Can you say the name again, please? Wanda and...
Wanda and her brother
Wanda and-
Pietro. In the chat, if you could let me know how the audio sounds for this. We've got a slightly different setup going at the moment. It's allowing me to pump the music through at a different volume. It's hopefully meaning that we're not... I'm not too heavily over the people in the Discord, but you should be able to hear me slightly better than you can hear them.
It's good. It's currently a little anime girl.
It's currently Anime Girl thumbs up.
Not any anime girl thumbs up. It's Chumba 2 thumbs up. I don't
two.
know who Chumba is or why there are two of them.
Who knows? It's a mystery.
Phoenix,
I wanna
you
throw
put the
my
answer
own
to
comments.
what anime that is from in the chat. That answer we're allowed in the chat.
That answer you can put in the chat.
Along with every other answer that you can come up with.
I'm also realizing I'm gonna move the nameplates. Can I go over there? Yeah, let's put them over there.
It's your stream, John. You can go wherever.
You have
you need
the
to
power!
know is that she gives you a thumbs up.
It was more a case of I had the nameplates for the guest stars in the bottom middle of the screen, and that works for Minecraft, but Rogue was sinking down behind his name.
Sorry, let me just sit up. There we go. Yes. That better.
Oh, fuck you. Question 4. On what planet was the Soul Stone in Infinity War?
Oh God.
On what planet
Oh, God,
was
I
the
wish I'd
Soul
actually taken a look through
Stone
watching these films maybe again.
in Infinity War?
Well, it's not that one. It's not there. I think I'm going to be taking my punishments today.
You
Felix-
know,
Not
for
like
having
that! This is family
having-
friendly. Uh,
You've been
Yeah.
talking to Robbie, getting some leather work done, haven't you, Ben?
no.
There was
Asian.
Speaking of leatherwork, I did actually accidentally. I was unpacking my bags before going to the States over the last month, and it's the weirdest moment when I found a horse riding crop falling out of my bag. I forgot. I forgot I had one.
Wait, you found you forgot you had, but what were you using it for?
Riding
You have
horse.
a girlfriend.
Really?
Yes.
You had it
Riding
in your
something.
bag, and you brought it home with you.
One
Well, he's-
second.
He's run off now as well. I'm concerned.
He doesn't need a girlfriend to use the riding crop.
No, exactly.
Like that's
I
what
don't
one
like getting into this kind of speculation. This is going wrong.
I used to use this on a horse when I was in year 6.
Sure.
Didn't need to
But
use
what do you
prop.
use it for now?
It's an open invitation.
Oh.
Mounted on your wall.
Question
go there.
5.
This conversation now.
Question 5. Pepper Potts is allergic to what? Pepper Potts is allergic to what?
That one should not have been that easy. I've watched far too much Iron Man.
Here's the thing, I haven't watched any of these in a long time.
Same. I picked the bloody category. I probably should have watched the movies.
I thought I was going to, but then realised I don't have the Disney Plus of them.
I will point out that Angel picked this category, and then about a week later, after I'd written all the questions, messaged me to say, "I haven't picked a category yet, have I? Damn." No, you did. Here's the message where you sent it.
How much do you regret your choice?
Guys, just to let you know, I just got a text from our service provider. If me and Mom suddenly vanish, it's because they're having problems in our area.
Oh, I see. We're going down that kind of excuses already, aren't we?
Wow.
No, seriously, I just got the text from EE.
I'm surprised.
Thank you,
No.
Felix. Question 6. What is Tony Stark's daughter's name?
I don't know, she was in the movie for like 5 seconds at the end. I was...
She's a
Who is
vital plot point in the film, thank you very much.
Yeah.
3,000. Like, I love our audience. 3,000.
For
Well, I
a
love them 3001.
bonus point, who is she
I love
named
one
after?
of them a bit more than that, but still.
So on average, across all of the audience,
Just particular ones. You know who you
for a bonus point, who is Tony Stark's daughter named after?
Ooh.
I was about to make a joke, but then my brain went, but what if the joke is actually the answer? Because I don't remember.
That's an evil question, but I like it. That is so well put. And pretty much our epiphany when it comes down to these quizzes.
Question 7. Thor played which video game in Avengers Endgame?
I think that game was out at that time.
I must say, it's one of those things of, I know it was that kind of game. I don't know which one it was. I don't play them enough to actually want to do that side of things. The other side of things, I did want to cosplay as... I'm not going to say the name just in case that happens to be a question. I literally just want to have a t-shirt saying, I'm... just to see reactions.
I get the feeling I know who that is. I can tell you that's not one of the questions. Who I think that answer... I love that they have revealed who that is canonically.
I know, yeah.
Question 8. How long was Scott Lang trapped in the quantum realm?
To be fair, that is a very difficult question at the moment, because technically he's been trapped in there twice.
That one important time that we know about from before the other film recently came out, when this question was probably written before that film.
Otherwise, in that film, it doesn't actually specify how long it's been in there, but it opens a lot of questions for how that worked out. Yes, I agree.
No,
there's
there's a relatively solid answer to that.
No, a whole last new Marvel movie came out, and I've completely lost track of them now.
Yeah, I need to set up the game.
Technically, when it comes down to consumer, it is. Oh god, I could be going so far deep into this side of things. Just for the sake. I'm back. What were the questions so far? When did you leave?
What is your name?
what is your best?
What
What is the
your
airspeed
favorite
velocity of a
color?
laden swallow?
African or European?
I don't know that.
What is your favorite color?
Law says,
Blue.
by the way, kids are gross. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
Level up from Phoenix.
Question 9. Question 9. What does TVA stand for? What does TVA stand for? And it's not because somebody took all the chairs.
Oh, that took me longer to get than I should have written. Oh god. I was wondering what was funny, and I was focusing on the wrong part of the joke. Damn you, John.
In Marvel specifically, Phoenix, in Marvel, if you want to be really specific, in the series on Disney Plus, Loki.
Oh, that explains why I don't know the answer, because I haven't watched that series.
Oh, but it's so good!
You should.
I know.
Tom Hiddleston is amazing.
Of course he is, but the problem is I'm supposed to be asexual.
Nobody's streaming Genshin and all.
Yeah, no, that's
You
true.
don't.
Nobody
need
else
to
is
what the
forcing
fuck
you
the
to
actor
be.
Yeah.
There is no prerequisite to want to fuck an actor to watch their film.
Well,
I
you know, there's
know.
some films out.
But that
Yeah,
doesn't
that's a
stop me
different
from
side of the
wanting it
internet
when I
entirely.
watch.
And that's our one F word for tonight's stream.
Oh,
Is it
Rogue got it before me.
Did I miss it?
I didn't even intend to.
You stole my F word. How dare you?
Mine now.
Is it too late to say?
You can say fruit. Fruit. Fruit.
Sugar honey iced tea. Yes.
I don't know. I feel that we should go down the either the I hate Fairyland route where they say flip,
Yeah.
or the Good Place line where they say fork.
No, let's
be
go the Smurfs route.
No, 10th Kingdom. It's not an elf.
Yes.
I kind of want to go the Tom Scar route of hugging. We
Yeah.
need to go right hugging now.
Oh, we could go. God, what's that show? And they say fracking.
Oh, Battlestar? Was that
No.
Battlestar Galactica?
As well as
Yeah.
Or
Lobo.
Farscape? Lobo
A
does that
space.
too. Anyway, question 10. Currently a little bit shrouded in mystery, who does Julia Louise-Dreyfus play in the MCU?
Oh no!
Why are you using real names?
I know, right?
I
My
do.
problem is I know exactly
I
who
need
John's
to remember
referring
who
to.
people are. David, you know I struggle with this.
I'm sorry,
Yeah.
Stephen.
Mr. Universe to you.
What?
Right.
Why was the
Julia
first name that popped into my head when trying to say a different name was Ben? And then I
John.
said,
Into your
no,
mind.
that's just Ben's real name. That's just Ben. And my brain said, well, okay, how about the Thing from Fantastic Four? You know, Benjamin. Well, that's not Ben at all.
John,
I am already
can you repeat question 10? Mom didn't hear it.
I'm having an existential crisis right now. I'll be right with you.
Ben nerfed his brain.
Well, I'm very good at that.
Currently shrouded in mystery, who does Julia Louise-Dreyfus play in the MCU? Apparently, the fake names I should use are Benethan and Blenfliert.
Lady, you know. Lady Lord, you know that when it comes down to the benefit, that it's just for you and me. You know, it's
Monopoly.
just you and me. We're only.
My bad.
Benfleet's okay, but.
Who is ready for some answers?
No.
No, but go ahead anyway.
I got them all wrong.
I definitely got one wrong.
Rogue.
Oh no, this is the one I definitely got wrong.
Cool. That's fun. What is Carol Danvers' nickname for Monica Rambeau?
Partner?
Ben. Ow, I punched the microphone.
I wasn't sure. I put down Rainbow.
Angel.
Happy flaps.
Kiddo?
Angel Mama.
Lobo.
The correct answer was Lieutenant Trouble.
Nice.
Ben. Who was able to pick up
Yes.
Thor's hammer in Endgame?
Captain America.
Correct.
Or actually, at that time, just Steve Rogers, because he was no longer Captain America at the time.
Yeah. Yeah.
The prop guy. Oh, that is a perfect answer.
Samwise Gamgee.
I mean, I feel that
No.
he would
No,
be
no, he
able to
can't.
he it.
He cannot
No.
pick up that thing, but he can pick you up, and he can take you right there, Mr. Rogers, sir.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
if I can't swing Mjolnir at people, I'll just pick up Thor and swing him at people. It works.
Wait,
I
okay,
mean-
so what would win? Mjolnir versus the One Ring?
I mean, that is
Oh, that's
how
a good
Thanos
one.
did it in the cartoons.
Yeah, I know.
Wait, what?
In
He's done it in the comics.
Avengers, in the Avengers cartoon, he tries to pick up Mjolnir and can't, so instead picks Thor up and hits him into the hammer.
Nice.
If I can't hit you with the hammer, I'll hit the hammer with you.
There is another one where the Hulk does the same thing, where Thor is currently
Yes.
fighting someone else. He wants to hit the person with the hammer, grabs Thor by the legs, swings him around and slams down.
I mean, technically, the Hulk has picked up the hammer on his own merit.
The Red Hulk has also picked
Yes,
up the hammer by
yeah.
gripping Thor's wrist and throwing the hammer, then grabbing hold of Thor to fly with it. Anyway, Angel, Wanda, and Pietro are from where?
Russia?
Angel Mama.
Czechoslovakia or the Czech Republic?
Rogue.
Sokovia.
Correct. Otherwise known as fake country we can drop a meteorite on.
Not a meteorite, just a city.
I'll say it. It said he dropped like a meteorite.
I feel like I know that I'm not going to get the right answer by saying this, but Angel Mama, on what planet was the Soul Stone?
I put Vernos.
That's very surprisingly close. Rogue.
Vormir.
Vormir is the correct answer. And
Hey,
Rogue...
I put Red Skull's planet. Can I have half a point?
But it's not his planet.
It's where he is. I vote
punishment.
yes. I vote yes.
Apparently,
Surely
the
Red Skull's planet was Earth. That's where he originated from.
the voting public says you can have half a point.
Oh my god, thank you!
I
That's
feel like
probably all I'll get tonight.
after last month where I got, I think maybe 3 pity points or something crazy like that, I feel like I have to pay it back.
You
That's
pay
fair.
the points forward. You pay the points forward. Rogue, what is Pepper Potts allergic to?
Strawberries.
Correct.
Good job.
Damn it, not poppy seeds.
I
But I
Law
just-
left
I
for
don't
like
know.
15 seconds and came back, and the cat was on the chair watching the stream like it was a really interesting and serious cat show.
But it is. Meow.
So
It's like-
on that
I know that human. Why is the human smaller than the tree?
on that basis, Ben, the next question I will ask you: meow 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 meow.
Wrong.
That's the wrong answer, I'm afraid. So Ben, what is Tony Stark's daughter's name?
I put Natasha because I wasn't sure.
Angel.
Hannah. And she's named after his nanny from his childhood, obviously.
Angel Mama.
Shamu, named after a whale.
Rogue.
That's brutal.
It's Morgan.
Yes. Named after.
Captain.
I legitimately have no idea, but to fit the theme of tonight, I went with Captain Morgan's ram.
Morgan
That was the
Stark.
right answer. Congratulations.
Morgan Stark was named after Pepper Potts' crazy uncle Morgan.
Ah,
Oh, okay.
And they discuss that in the scene where they are in the park together at the start, and Tony Stark talks about having a dream so real that
Oh, at the start of Infinity War, yeah.
he couldn't tell whether it was reality or not.
Aww.
Angel.
Angel.
What video game is Thor playing in Avengers Endgame?
Galaga. That guy's playing Galaga.
I love the reference.
Good reference. I got that reference. No. Angel Mama.
Donkey Kong.
Rogue.
So I'm gonna say Fortnite.
And you would be correct.
Yes.
Oh,
I slightly want to invalidate myself because I don't think Thor has ever actually seen playing it. He just yells at a kid on behalf of Korg.
But there are actually parts where, okay, there were some cutscenes, but yes, he does.
Oh, okay, fair enough. I mean, I'm
It's
giving
one
my
of those things
point
where
anyway.
the majority of the main game, yeah, you're right, he does it. But when he takes over, he also grabs the controller and goes in for it as well, like following him around. So technically, he plays it there as well.
Because I vaguely remember the scene, but I could not for the life of me remember
the game.
the game.
Yeah.
So,
I
wow.
just assumed
I
it was
must admit,
Fortnite.
it was
It's
between
like,
Oh.
Fortnite and
I
COD, and it was like,
don't
no, I think Fortnite because they actually made a Fortnite thing to go with it. So,
Speaking of callbacks, though, when talking about this game, right? You all lost.
oh, you bugger! Damn you! You have foiled me for the last time.
But
I have the XKCD immunity.
yeah, me too.
Game. It
but-
was a thing in the early aughts.
But Ben, as you were saying, you want to cosplay as the person who gets yelled at in
Yeah.
that scene. I love that in the advertising for the Xbox that came out at around the same time as they were doing Captain America. Oh, sorry, Falcon and the Winter Soldier, or Captain America and the Winter Soldier, the TV Marvel plus Disney Plus series, showing Falcon buying an Xbox. The staff member from the shop reveals that his gamer tag is the gamer tag that got yelled at in Endgame, and the actor who played that person selling him the Xbox had previously appeared in Captain America and the Winter Soldier as an Apple expert. So it's this one character that's like appeared in the background of this one advert and in the background of that film, and it's like a weird crossover that they did. Anyway,
cool.
that is I really like that.
Yeah.
Being typecast as the IT guy.
Yeah. Angel Mama, how long was Scott Lang trapped in the quantum realm?
I put 27 years.
Rogue.
I mean, I'm gonna go with just slightly over 5 years, by virtue of he disappeared at the start of the snap and came back just before they fixed it all.
Correct. It's more or less exactly 5 years. We don't know to the exact minute, but
I
We're
will
gonna-
say that there
Wait,
is.
so I
there's a
put
ten-
the length. I put the length of the snap. Does that count? Because I couldn't remember the exact time, but I knew it was. It had been during the snap because the other two disappeared, and then he came back.
Technically, it's not the length of the snap. I don't get what you're saying, but considering that he helped solve the snap and resolve it, he came at the just before the end of it. I see where you're coming from. Not quite.
Okay, fair.
I'm not that pedantic. It's up to John though.
I feel that's like half a point. Like you
I
got
would
the
say
Okay.
I'll accept
You-
half a point on that
you-
side of things.
you got the reasoning for why, like, for how long he was in there. You got why he
Yeah.
was trapped in there. And
I'll
as
say
Phoenix
the other
points
side of
out,
things.
took him 5 hours. It took the world 5 years, apparently.
My favorite part, though, when it comes down to, is that technically you could even argue different times entirely, for the sake of the Mobius curve, which they end up finding about the whole time travel aspect of. That's the reason why the time dilation. Not actually whether perhaps he's even been in there longer. Curve.
Oh no, I've gone
Come
cross-eyed.
The entire thing and
I
come back.
I refer you back to the chat I've just had with Phoenix in the chat, where we're just going with as perceived by humans on Earth.
Yes.
Oh yeah, but the other side of things is that you don't really know, because if he's gone through the entire loop, it could be the entirety of human history plus 5 years.
Strictly from an external perspective, it's a big ball of timey-wimey stuff.
Exactly. So there is no right answer, and we all get nothing.
I believe,
Recollections
again,
may vary.
if you want to look at it from an external perspective, it was about 1 Jeremy Bentham in length. And if that's a reference that people get...
Jeremy Beremy! It's
I
not
was gonna
Jeremy
say.
Bentham.
Yes.
Jeremy Beremy.
And that obviously was a point where he got stuck on the dot above the I.
Rogue.
It's like, that's what broke me.
Rogue.
Mm-hmm.
What does TVA stand for?
Time Variance Authority.
Correct.
Oh, I
mean-
put Transvelocity Airways.
I put the Vanity Alliance.
I got acquisitions.
I like all of these. These are great.
Phoenix says tax on value added.
That's a good.
Not wrong.
Upon ventilation assembly.
Ooh.
And Ben, currently shrouded in mystery, who does Julia Louis-Dreyfus play in the MCU?
Golden Girl.
Angel.
The matriarch.
Angel Mama.
I didn't know the name, but I put down Black Widow's mum.
Oh, no, isn't that
I must
Rachel
admit,
Weisz?
this is from the latest film. I haven't had a chance to see this yet.
Rogue.
Yeah.
I believe I may have gotten the name slightly wrong here, but it's Contessa Vanessa Fontaine.
Very close. I'll give you the point. You got enough of the name right. She is playing Contessa Valentina Allegra della Fontaine. And she is not been in a film yet. She appeared heavily at the end of Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Correction, she has.
Oh, she did appear in the film, didn't she? Because she appeared at the
She's in
end
the end of
Black Widow.
Yeah.
She did appear at the end of that film. You're right.
Because she's the one who sets Black Widow's sister on
On the Vengeance.
It's not a spoiler.
quest.
Is it a spoiler at this point? How long's that show been out?
I don't know. I don't think I've seen it. So
She
I
sends
think anything could be a spoiler if someone hasn't seen it.
she sends
How
Black
did you
Widow's
do your
sister
backstory,
after
Angel?
Hawkeye. There we go. I said it.
Hawkeye, I will say, as much as I'm not a huge fan of the actor, the show is absolutely fantastic. Like, genuinely so good.
I'm pretty sure this pillow is just flat.
Yeah, that's why I've got the feather ones. Do you want one?
Uh,
No, I'm fine.
So, points scored that round. Ben, how did you do?
I got 5.
Margaritaville.
I got 8.
Boom Shakalaka.
I got 1.
And Black Widow.
1.
That's good. We are
Yeah, but yours was
saving
a full
you.
point. Mine
We
was
are
2.5
saving you
points.
at least
That's
for this
work.
round.
What's
Why did you
happened?
pick this
The world's
round?
been-
I know.
What's happened? The world has been flipped upside down.
Okay.
Right, what's the next round, John?
I got a choice for you with this one. I got a choice for you.
We choose to win.
Excellent choice. I like it, Ben. You win.
Yay! Na-na-na-na. Da-da-da-da. Someone clip this. I won this round. John just said it. Da-da, da-da-da-da.
I can't believe nobody picked that sooner.
Easiest round, John. That's what we want.
Alright.
The easiest round.
Good night, everybody.
This has been a wonderful stream. I'm gonna leave while I'm on top here. Bye bye.
So, I've got a series of superhero names. These superhero names are made up of 2 characters, a Marvel character and a DC character. What I can do is I can give you the combined name and you have to tell me its composite parts, who made up that one character, or I can give you the characters that combined into a singular character and you have to tell me what the combined character was. Which would you prefer?
No, the first option.
Give us the first option.
The first one made sense.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Okay. So,
Second one, no habla inglés.
in the Marvel and DC crossover event, Marvel versus the DC universe, for a brief time, the 2 universes, the Marvel and the DC Comics universe, crossed over with each other and became the Amalgam-verse. A number of comics were released in this time under the Amalgam imprint, where DC and Marvel characters were fused into one.
And the DC god and the Marvel god look like Rock'em Sock'em robots.
They really did.
I'm not even joking.
You
They look
are
like
not.
the red and blue Rock'em Sock'em robots.
That they did.
Well, that was their universe. That was what that was. That was the entire universe. That was the DC universe,
Yeah,
Marvel universe.
like in the
Not
comics.
gods.
Yeah, no, they were like the gods of the universes. And they made them
were
look
the
like
living
Rock'em Sock'em
embodiments of the universes.
Okay,
Um,
well, in which case, are we able to reenact that now? So if Ben, if you just reach up for me, we can fuse and become Amalgam Robin? No, I'm just gonna poop myself.
No, you need to do the fusion dance for that.
No.
Unfortunately, they're not in the right place to
God,
fusion
move my
dance.
camera, please. Please move my camera.
I like that we're getting a lot of lore about this camera setup tonight's stream.
I wanted to see what they're
I need
doing.
an umbrella.
Honestly, I was to turn the camera off.
No, 'cause what they're doing is on Twitch.
What I'm
So
gonna
the
have,
sound from Twitch
what I can
will
do
cause an
though
echo.
is if I just do this. There we go. Look, if I move that up here like this, and
Oh, okay,
Ben's
do that.
there now. One, Ben doesn't have to worry about anything falling down, but also you can now try the fusion dance.
Oh,
So wait, I'm going this way. Oh, there's reflection on the camera. I'm deeply confused as to where I'm going to be going. Anyway, by our powers not combined, I want to kick Ben's ass this round.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you the names of the characters that fused together. You have to take those characters apart and work out who made up that fusion.
Right, so
writers.
you use the fused character.
So
and
I
we're
will tell
making
you
him-
the fused character. You tell me who made up that singular character.
the writers did. The writers who came up with the characters. Do I win again? Excellent.
Character 1, the
Smack him,
hyena.
rogue.
Pardon?
The hyena.
Oh, yeah.
Who made up the character, the hyena? Also, I feel like there's now a lot of blue space just here, next to where my camera is, because Ben's up there now.
You can put Ben back.
What? You could put the FBF logo right there.
I don't have it to
Slap
hand.
Ben, go back to where you were.
No. No. No, you can't make what you can't make me. John can, but you can't make me.
Can you flip John? Can you flip Ben upside down?
I'll say, Laura's demanded it.
One second. One second.
Once again, the windows are closed.
Let me
You cannot
focus.
get in.
Let me focus on this and Ben, hold on tight. There we go.
Turn your back. Turn your back.
That's because he said you were the winner.
The
There we
bullet's
go.
gonna rush to his head.
That was brilliant.
That was amazing.
Don't do
Did
that
I play
again.
your
I
head?
don't have the energy after work.
I think I can.
Just wait till John starts spinning you round.
No, that's your turn.
Hold
Oh,
up.
no.
Oh, brilliant. I was going to say, if he has a roller
Oops.
chair.
Hold on, man.
I'm upside down again. You can at least tell me what you're doing first.
Oh dear,
Bad,
dear.
John. Bad.
Oops, I flipped you vertically now. 1 second.
Oh dear.
Now John's just having too much fun with the
Yeah.
right?
Look what you've done. Look what you've done.
I think you're back to normal now, Ben.
Well, I mean, I was never normal in the first place, but still.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if he's normal, you did something really wrong.
I
The
think you're
screen
correct.
is normal.
I think you're correctly oriented now, Ben.
Not anymore. He tilted his camera.
You
Right.
tilted, love.
What?
Ben, your camera's crooked.
Oh. There we go.
Question 2. Cat's eye. Cat's eye.
What?
Oh god. Oh wait, that makes my previous answer difficult. Cool. I'm definitely getting some of these very wrong.
I will be giving half points for if you can name at least one of the 2 people that make this character, like each of the
John,
characters
you're a
up.
saviour.
Yeah, right.
I'd be able to do that because I'm not as familiar with the DC lore as you guys are. I'm not sure what Ben's doing, but I'm getting seasick watching him.
Yeah, no, right.
The
I'm just correcting what John did.
I will just say that this period of DC Comics, I was very not in the loop of DC Comics at this time. It was the 90s. I wasn't really
The only
into
reason-
comics at that point.
The only reason I know anything about the Amalgam-verse is because Linkara did a whole episode on it, and it was freaking hilarious.
The 90s, I was busy having 3 children.
And one of them was dying.
Shut up.
Well, she was.
Well, she was. She 1999, so she took it right to the very end.
Question 3. Doctor Strange
Sandbagging.
Fate. Doctor Strange Fate.
This is like the easiest one.
You say that now.
Oh, was he the one which had 3?
Because he was voiced by...
Mark Hamill, because everyone's voiced by Mark Hamill.
No, he was voiced by the guy who played Ardeth in The Mummy.
What the?
Friggity frack? Let me go up. What are you eating? Are you chewing? What are you...
What'd you get?
I'm chewing on a pork pie.
I'm holding on to my chicken nuggies in case I go wrong. In which case, I'm holding on to... I was meant to do a sort of a spice challenge the other night, and I didn't end up doing it because the computer played around on me. I was going to do the whole getting over it with consequences. So I've decided that, if nothing else, a special consequence, which John might recognize.
Oh, that's a familiar looking bottle.
So this is consequence if ever I become the last place in any of these.
Angel's very sad. The dog just ate one of her really pretty shoes.
Oh no!
I did
Was it the
enjoy
one with the
looking.
dog toys on it?
Was it the one with the what?
Is it the one with the dog toys on it?
Yeah, no. But the dog doesn't look guilty at all. He's just like, you took away my toy, Mum.
I did enjoy looking up from you going away saying, "What are you eating? What are you eating?" to see Rogue eating something.
How is that right?
Yeah, I've been snacking on a pork pie. It's great.
Oh, I love pork pies. Love pork pies.
I do too.
Question 4. Sparrow.
Yeah, come on.
Sparrow.
What's he got? Oh, okay. red one and the yellow one because the red's supposed to be. But I also refilled their water. Thank you. I saw actually full through and go out and have a good drink.
So, Chris
Okay,
Hansen, the way this works is in the Amalgam-verse, these characters were fused together. I'm asking them to unfuse them and tell me who are the characters that made up this singular character. So question 4 is Sparrow.
Oh. I might get a point in this round, and if I do, I'll be quite happy with that.
To go back to reference, the kids might in fact get the Marvel and DC universe did a Steven universe on a whole bunch of their characters, and you need to get to the big gems, figure out what the big gems are made out of. That's about as much as I know about Steven universe, other than like who Pearl is, and that you really shouldn't like traumatize children into being saviors. It's bad.
Very bad.
Did you need Steven Universe to tell you that, or?
Well, I think.
No, I've watched
the
movies
aim-
about child soldiers before.
Well, yeah, I think part of their aim was because you've got things like Harry Potter and obviously a lot of anime and things like that, where you have like these 13, 14, 15, 16-year-olds going off on these major life quests. I mean, even Hunger Games, you've got all of these teenagers who go off on these huge things, but then apparently suffer no trauma from the horrifying things that they've gone through.
You're missing the worst franchise for this.
Which
Pokemon.
one?
Pokemon sends them out when they're 10.
Sends them out there, they're 10, to basically engage in legalized cockfights. You've got about...
Professor Oak can get some of that his mum.
And half the time they end up going to catch a god.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
You've
What the
got
fuck?
about...
Giving
Hang on.
gods to a 10-year-old is a bad idea. Just
Law-
saying.
Law says, so I have to wait till
What
they're 10.
about-
Noted.
No. What about this is Sparta?
Where they literally throw the babies off the cliff?
Yeah,
You're
and,
wrong.
and they get handed over at 7 and thrown into the woods and need to come back alive.
Yeah, Spartan society is kind of terrifying because after the woods thing, they're basically raised to be...
Soldiers.
No, it's worse than that. They're essentially raised to be legalized terrorists for their entire slave population. Where they will literally just go out and scare and murder and do whatever it takes to terrify the helots into doing what they're told. And
Just
that's
gonna-
what they do before they're made into a soldier.
Just gonna bring the focus back for a minute to the quiz at hand. Question 5. Spider-Boy. Or the Iraq Kid.
That means my answer for number 4 was wrong.
Spider-Boy or the Iraq Kid.
I fully expect almost all of these are going to be wrong because I have no knowledge of the amalgam. But I'm loving some of the combinations I'm getting in here.
In here, or there, or
Everywhere.
fair. Question 6. Speed Demon. Speed Demon.
I want that to be right. I want my answer to be right. It almost certainly is wrong.
Mostly, I'm just thinking of the characters I do know from DC and Marvel, and slapping together what seems most logical.
I will point out that I did try as much as possible to come up with the characters that people would still know.
That's
Like,
fair. That's fair.
That aren't characters that were big in the 90s and have gone away.
You mean like anything written by John Liefeld?
Like a lot of the Morlocks, like a lot of the obscura X-Men at the time. I'd say DC
Mr.
characters,
Cloud.
but the DC characters that are obscure and went away, I didn't know them enough to know whether they were DC characters, really.
Did you
That's-
remember Forget Me Not?
Who?
That's probably going to be the best setup and perfect play out, whether you intended it or not.
That is timing.
I do actually love Forget Me Not as a character concept. It's
It is brilliant.
amazing, and I love that. It came up in a podcast I was listening to recently, reminding, like, basically that there is a character called Forget Me Not who is a member of the X-Men, who, as long as you aren't looking at him, you don't remember him ever being there. And basically Professor X just has a reminder on his phone every once in a while to say, hey, don't forget about Forget Me Not.
Yeah. I think one of my favorite things on that whole side of things is that, yes, that's exactly how he started off, and actually ended up getting a room by himself because the people who had stayed in the room with him would forget that he lived there, could get scared of him calling for help and all that stuff. The only person who can, without having to actually remember, is Wolverine, because he can just about smell him and can just about hold on to the information. But even better than that, Forget Me Not has been in every single X-Men mission, but no one remembers he's there. So every comic you can't see, no one remembers he's there. But every single mission he's been on. I love that.
I really don't like his chances at the recent Hellfire Gala where they killed everyone.
To be fair, when it came down to it, he had one of the saddest deaths of them all as well, though. He ended up saving a girl from the defenses of the X-Mansion, and basically he could swap out him and her. It was the only thing he could figure out what to do in that time. And he knew that she would forget him, and told her it's okay. Just turn around, walk away, and live a good life. You know now that your life is... That part you will remember. You might not remember me, but you'll remember that your life... Do something with it, and literally dies by the defenses of the X-Mansion, which he cannot escape. Because no one knows he's there.
God, the thing that just, like, popped up into my head is they've just recently brought back the, they've had this, for a number of years now, they've had, like, a mutant resurrection program where they can resurrect any mutant. They won't know to resurrect him.
No,
So
they
they
won't
can't.
remember.
Plus, they won't have any brainwaves to put in because even Professor X can't remember him. Anyway, on that cheery note,
Yeah, that's Foobar.
question 7. The White Witch.
Okay.
I think I've gotten the
Legally
second name
blonde, I
wrong.
like that. Oh. Let's see.
Who would Legally Blonde be? Daredevil and someone from DC who's blonde.
Supergirl.
Yeah, there we go.
She-Hulk and Supergirl.
Yes.
That works too. Yeah, that works better. See,
Question.
that's the crossover film I want to see. I want to see Legally Blonde 3, 4, whatever the new Legally Blonde would be, where it is just I forget what her name is from Legally Blonde.
Reese Witherspoon.
Yeah, but her character I'm trying to remember the name of. And you've just got her and She-Hulk both getting pedicures at the same place that's in all of the films.
Absolutely.
Elle Woods.
Elle Woods,
Yeah.
yes.
I mean, on the topic of Legally Blonde, whatever the next number would be, my dad and I just went to the cinema recently, and we saw the trailer for My Big Fat Greek Wedding 3,
Yeah.
which
Wow,
prompted me
look
and
at
which prompted me and my dad to turn to each other and go, "There was a number 2?"
Yeah, it came out a
That-
few years ago. I vaguely remember seeing posters, but I never saw a trailer for it.
That was
a
the
different story.
that was the extent of our takeaway from that film trailer. Was, wait, there was a second one?
I was
Which-
expecting a very different story. They'll go with the Legally Blonde as well. Yeah, we went to go see
Okay.
the Barbie movie.
This
So, with-
feels like having a sequel to like There's Something About Mary.
Everyone should go
All
see
right.
the Barbie movie. It's amazing.
So I know with Legally Blonde, there was the first one, the second one, the musical, and then there was a straight to DVD movie called Legally Blondes, where the nieces of Elle Woods go to a private school and sort of follow kind of the plot of the first one, except instead of actually being a legal thing, they're trying to get on the school board council or something. It was weird.
I feel like Law missed an earlier conversation.
Also,
It's
also
exactly what you think it is.
that naming structure for the Legally Blonde films makes me worry that they're going down the Alien approach to filmmaking. Like, they've had the one Legally Blonde person in the 2 films, and now they've got 2 of them, so it's Legally Blondes. So when is it Legally Blonde
And then
versus Predator?
No, it's Legally Blonde Resurrection first.
Oh god.
No, it's Legally Blonde Redsurrection because there's a redhead now.
Oh.
Question 8. Challengers of the Fantastic.
That's such a terrible name.
To be fair, this is a team. I feel that one needs to be pointed out. Everybody else has been a singular hero. I ran out of names, so this is a team.
It's just, oh my god. Like, Challengers of the Fantastic genuinely sounds like the name they'd give something like the Justice League in a comic. Like, if you had what was the name
Technically,
of
they
like,
did.
No, but like not in like a comic it exists in our world, but like a comic that would exist in like the Invincible universe.
Oh, I see.
Well, I mean, you're not wrong, because there was a whole I don't know if it was based on a comic, but I do know that there's an episode in the Justice League animated series, and it's in the second season, Justice League Unlimited, where Green Lantern, Hawkgirl, Flash, and another hero end up in the universe of a comic that Green Lantern used to read as a kid, and their hero group name was the Justice Society.
Yeah.
And their enemies were the Injustice Guild.
Yeah.
That sounds Terry Pratchett.
It does, doesn't it?
And then it all turned out that it was actually in their world. They didn't go anywhere else.
Yeah, it was like a whole
Massive-
alternate universe that the information had been sent to the creators of the comic, and the reason that the comic had been discontinued was because in their universe a massive war had happened and a massive bomb had hit, and all of the heroes from that society had unfortunately died protecting the city, and one of the survivors mutated from the radiation, and so he'd used his sudden massive mental powers to rebuild the entire city based on his memories of what things were like. But the few people in the city who were still alive were like forced to live perfect lives according to his memory. It was wild. It's a good episode.
See also Marvel Heroes Reborn, and also WandaVision.
Yeah.
Question 9. Moonwing. Moonwing.
If it isn't these two, then we've been robbed.
So
I know.
I will say that some of them are very clever, and some of them they just stuck two words together.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Oh wait, have I used that character already? Oh, let's go with that one instead.
I will say, Rogue, while there was a fair amount of have I used that character already that did come up in it, they didn't necessarily only use each character once.
What? Oh no!
I
That sounds messed up.
I'm fairly confident that looking at my answers, I haven't used any of the Marvel or DC characters more than once, but that didn't stop them from doing it, because basically the Amalgam comics worked by Marvel printed a load and DC printed a load.
Yeah. The other side of thing, the way they explained it was that the multiverses collided. It wasn't just the verses, it was the multiverses collided.
Yeah, so you have like Batman 616 and Wolverine 195, but then Batman 195 and Ghost Rider 631. So you could still have two Batmans merge with two different heroes. They just came from different Earths.
Wait, so does that mean that in, like, if they did that today, we could have Into the Spider-Verse Miles Morales mixing with, I don't know, whatever the future Batman was called from Batman Forever?
Oh, yeah, Batman Beyond,
Also
Terry
just
McGinnis.
Yes, also Batman.
Yeah, but the kid's name was Terry McGinnis.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, but it was known as Batman.
Chris Hansen says, "What about Nipple Batman?"
Yes, him along with.
Which I feel is
That
going to be
would
the.
Immediately jumping onto this gun.
Honestly,
This is a terrible one.
That feels like what would happen if you mixed Batman and Fat Bastard.
And finally
He'd
for
be
this
very body
round,
positive.
Dare the Terminator.
Well, that's fucked with some of my answers.
Dare the Terminator. Not a killer robot from the future, by the way. Just
No, it's
in
a
case
blind
that's-
killer robot from the future.
Just in case that's what you're thinking.
I legitimately have no idea for that one.
Yeah, I think I've got one of them. I'm trying to really think about the other one.
So the thing that kills me about the Joel Schumacher Batman movies is, so we have Nipple Batman, and then we have Nipple Robin, but then we get Batgirl and she has no nipples.
Well, as
Joel Schumacher.
As you're very aware, in family-friendly times, women have no nipples.
Exactly.
Which is weird.
This is why you need to free the nipple.
I know. I don't
But
get
in the
it.
meantime, you can enjoy Batman milk.
It's not our fault. He has such big, generous movies. It's the pecs. It's the workouts.
The steroids.
Probably.
I wonder how many of these characters are like people of different biologies and gender identities mixing, because like there's probably one of these mergers where Batman could in fact suddenly lactate. and you've just got to have Batman deal with that.
Oh my god. That'd be weird.
I'm gonna go with no. From what I know of who he merged with, I'm not going to say it didn't happen in the multiverse somewhere that we didn't see. It should also be pointed out that these characters didn't know they were merged and didn't have any concept of a previous life as two unmerged characters. From their point of view, for most of these characters, they believe that they are always this person.
They were always the merged.
And have only ever been the merged. Are you guys ready to do what Marvel and DC did at the end of this short comic book run and unmerge some characters?
Yes.
Lose.
Okay, we're going to start with Ben, and I'm going to say Ben, the hyena.
That was the Joker and Sabretooth.
That was indeed the Joker and Sabretooth.
Oh, darn. I got half a point on that one.
At least you got
Yeah,
something.
that's a weird name for those two, but sure.
You
No,
can see
it
where they're going
works,
for, though, right? Like,
Yeah, like the laughing part is the Joker, and then the animalistic part is Sabretooth. And I was on the
Okay,
same
yeah.
track.
Some of these
I
are
put
clever.
Wolverine.
The other
I
ones
did
aren't.
too.
I will also throw out there one that I didn't put on the list because I felt that it might be too clear, and I think we'd also discussed it, is Dark Claw, who was Batman and Wolverine. That was one of two
One of the best
times.
combinations.
That was one of two times that Batman was merged with someone else in
Oh,
the
two times?
Amalgam-verse.
Only twice. Wow.
Well,
He
it
was-
a very limited crossover, so
Yeah, it was Batman and Wolverine, where Wolverine was kind of the key component. And then his other crossover was Bruce Wayne, Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D.,
That's
Where-
kind of cool. I like that.
where it was Bruce Wayne and Nick Fury, basically. He basically became James Bond for a bit.
Cool.
Pretty cool.
I
I'd
mean, he's
watch
kind
that.
of James Bond now, except he wears a bat suit.
Well, yeah. Angel, Cat's Eye.
Catwoman and Hawkeye?
You get half a point
For who?
for Catwoman.
Cool.
Angel Mama.
I put Catwoman and Poison Ivy.
No, those are both DC characters.
Oh, are they?
Yep.
Well, I
Yeah.
don't know my universes. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. I suck.
The fact that you remembered two different characters, I find impressive.
Thank you.
And you get half a point.
I'm waiting for her to smack me now.
I'm
Rogue.
falling asleep.
Woman and Bullseye?
No.
But I still
Ben.
got half, right?
You still get half a point for
I-
Catwoman.
I just ended up putting down Catwoman and Black Cat.
It was Catwoman and Elektra
Ah.
Oh.
for the Psy.
Yeah.
Angel Mama,
Oh.
Doctor Strange Fate.
Yeah, well, obviously Doctor Strange.
Yep.
And Mr. Fate.
He didn't
Yeah.
go to Fate Medical School to be called Mister, you know.
I'm going to give you the points for that. It's Doctor Fate and Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
If
Woo,
you,
Doctor-
as I believe Ben might be about to inform us, do you want to take the next bit of this question, Ben?
The next bit of the question, or the next bit of the answer.
The next bit of the answer.
Well, technically, when it came down to it, was one of the few amalgams which actually had 3 characters, and actually had Professor Xavier in.
Yep, for seemingly
Oh.
no reason at all, Doctor Strange Fate, secret identity was Professor Charles Xavier.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was really weird.
So
That's kind of cool.
No, it's
Yeah.
close up.
they sort of stuck their two magical doctors together and went, needs more professor.
Do I
What's
get
he
an
doing?
additional half a point for the throwing on that one as well?
Yeah, that's how we'll do that.
What's he doing?
Oh, she was digging the pillows, so I
Ah.
made her stop.
Uh,
No, I'm
Rogue,
rubbing her tummy.
Sparrow.
Hawk Girl and Black Widow?
No. Ben, Sparrow.
I wasn't sure about this one. I put down Robin and Mockingjay.
You get half a point for Robin.
Yes.
Angel.
I put Archangel and Robin.
Nope.
I think I got this one completely wrong, darling. I'm throwing out names again that I just thought, I put Hawkeye and the Arrow.
The Green Arrow.
No.
Yeah.
They probably
tried.
did merge, but Sparrow was Robin and Because
And who you cut out?
because Wolverine was the Batman, it was Jubilee.
Oh.
Because Wolverine in the 90s had a big, like, sidekick thing with
Yeah.
Jubilee.
Jubilee. Because
They
they
had to
carried
believe that
that
they had
into
a
the
vote.
movie.
Yeah.
Well, actually, technically, Jubilee does show up in one of the movies. There's a background character.
Oh no, it was Rogue he had the sidekick thing with, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I always get those two mixed up.
Who?
Rogue and Jubilee.
When were you on TV, Rogue?
I have a long and illustrious career being an extra in exactly one episode of some TV show that was about a school in Manchester, which I am technically an extra in. That is about as much as I've been on TV.
What Rogue never told us is he's actually a red-headed Southern girl with a white streak in his hair who runs around in skin-tight green latex.
Well, the
It's-
skin tight green latex bit's right, but the rest is off.
Look, I wear the bodysuit for a reason. I don't want to be seen by the paparazzi.
Oh yeah.
Ben,
Yes.
Spider-Boy.
Superboy and Spider-Man.
Yes.
Oh dang it! I thought it was Shazam.
Damn it.
Yeah,
I went. I went with the whole like a rat kid thing because I heard the two different names. I went with Spider-Man and Robin.
For a bonus point, can you tell me the secret identities of the unmerged characters?
Oh, so which?
So, which
Peter
spider?
Parker?
No.
Which Spider-Man and which?
Miles Morales?
It was Ben Reilly.
Huh.
This was basically the Clone Saga times when
I forgot about the
Peter
Clone
Parker
Saga.
was away thinking that he was the clone of the original, and Ben Reilly had taken over. And also, in Spider-Boy, Peter Parker had been a clone. Peter Parker had been cloned to make the Spider-Boy out of Superboy, who is a clone of Superman, and Ben Reilly. There was a whole clone theme going there.
Gotcha.
Thanks, Green Goblin. And this was
Angel,
all. Yes,
Speed Demon.
this better be Ghost Rider and the Flash.
You are 100% correct.
Good.
I put Silver Surfer.
I went with Flash and Daredevil.
I put the Silver Surfer and Flash.
Please, Speed Demon. Ghost
Yeah.
Rider rides a freaking evil motorcycle. It had to be Ghost Rider and the Flash. No, it's okay.
I just went with the Flash because he's fast and Daredevil because he's vaguely demonic in like aesthetic.
I put Silver Surfer because he's
I can see that. Yeah.
Although admittedly, I now want to see like Ghost Rider mixed with Dr. Constantine.
Oh God, yes, Ghost Rider and Con. Oh, they got the green light. They are making the sequel with Keanu
Oh.
Reeves.
Yes.
Yeah.
The White Witch, Angel Mama, the White Witch.
Okay, for the white bit, I went with Storm, and for the witch bit, I put Wanda.
Those
You
are
get
both Marvel. but
half a
good
point. It is Wanda Maximoff.
Okay.
Rogue.
Oh, I think I've done the same thing. I went with Scarlet Witch and Emma Stone.
Yeah,
Ben.
Emma Stone is Marvel as well.
Yep. But hey, I got half of it because I couldn't think of a DC character.
Hey, whatever works.
My brain hurts trying to remember all these characters. I hope you appreciate it.
Ben,
I
do
do, I'm
you
really
have
impressed.
a...
I had the Scarlet
Probably
Witch,
you.
and for some reason I ended up going with a Raven at one point. Has a white form, so I ended up making. Guess that it was a mix with Raven.
No. Good
Oh,
choice,
well.
though.
Good thought,
Raven,
though.
Raven was in the Amalgam-verse. She was around at the time, and she was merged in... I think her character name was just, like, Ravonia or something. Like, she was one of the really shitty ones, I feel. Angel, did you...
I thought it was Scarlet Witch and Permafrost.
I am afraid you get the Scarlet Witch point, but the
Darn.
the DC witch that I was looking for the name of was Zatanna.
Oh, what?
Zatanna Zatara. She's a magician, and
my
How?
mind.
How
Spells
did
are
how did that
words
turn
said
into the White
backwards.
Witch?
Because I was looking at the white there.
because
Yeah.
Zatanna is what you would consider a white witch when it comes to magic based in the
Yeah.
DC universe.
But then
I get the
Wanda's a
logic
witch
behind
as
it, but at the
well.
same time,
Yeah,
it's a
but
case
so
She's not white.
yeah,
Where'd the white come from?
because Zatanna
good
uses
magic.
white magic. It's good magic. So the witch comes from Scarlet Witch, and the white comes from Zatanna. I get it.
I call.
Bullshit.
of...
Rogue, I believe,
speaking.
is next.
Uh-oh.
And
Uh-oh.
Rogue, the
This is what he
challenges
didn't
of
know.
the Fantastic.
So I'm pretty confident about the Fantastic Four,
You would be right to be confident about that part.
Yay!
and because it's the only group I know in DC, I went with Justice League.
No. Ben.
I went with another one which is more like a found family, so I said the Fantastic Doom Patrol.
Ooh. No.
Good thought, though.
Angel.
Fantastic Four and the Teen Titans.
No.
Dang
it.
Angel Mama.
I'm afraid I'm going to disappoint because I only had the Fantastic Four part. I didn't. I didn't know any other teams. I'm afraid, darling.
That is entirely fair because when I said earlier I went with characters that both halves were still around, the Challengers of the Unknown was pretty much unknown at that point.
I did things first because you said, John, you fucked me up.
So the correct answer is the Challengers of the Unknown, who were a DC group of superheroes who were a quintet of people who had been on, who had found themselves living on borrowed time, and were a quintet of adventurers that went out and saved the day in similarly coloured outfits in much the same way that the Fantastic Four were. So yeah,
Can I have the point because I had the right answer before you started talking?
No, because I have no way of proving that.
Me can prove it. She can see that I wrote it down and then crossed it out to write Teen Titans after you said, well, I went with teams that still
If you
exist.
get a point for that, I get one for Zatanna, because I had that one written down before Raven.
You're gonna have to start getting on camera, because then you can prove these things by holding your hand up to the camera.
Well, I've got Mom here. Isn't she proof? You guys know she'd screw me over if she could. So,
At the
like,
very
she
least, she's
would
proof
not
of one
lie
thing.
for me.
Poor John. I don't put him in this position.
It's just that the only reason I changed my answer was because John said specifically that these were people that were still around
Angel
now.
Mama. Angel Mama. Does she have it written down and is it crossed out?
Yeah. I witnessed her crossing it out, in fact.
Then you get the point. Yeah, I'll give you the point for that.
Thank you.
Trust me, I would screw her over.
Ben, if your mum can come and verify that you have Zatanna written down.
Damn it, Mum, I do have it written there. You said I crossed
Get
out
more,
bones.
get more, quick.
Alright, I'll open the window.
Ben. Ben, Moonwing.
Oh, Moon Knight and Nightwing. I just realised I showed the rest of my answers.
Correct.
Woo!
And Angel, Dare the Terminator.
Daredevil and the Terminator?
Well, you got Daredevil, you get half a point for that. Angel Mama.
I got it all wrong. I put Daredevil and the Hulk.
Well, you get Daredevil.
Good try.
Hey, it
Rogue.
was a name.
Yeah.
I went with Daredevil and Cyborg.
Oh.
Ben.
I went Daredevil and Lobo.
The correct answer is Deathstroke.
Oh.
Deathstroke,
Right.
the Terminator. And,
Yep.
and Daredevil.
I keep forgetting that's his whole name.
So...
Because it's just, I mean, he's
wow.
just Slade in the Teen Titans TV show. I didn't even know he was called Deathstroke until I got into comics because of Teen Titans.
They really sort of hid away the Deathstroke, the Terminator being the big bad of the Teen Titans TV series.
They did. Oh my gosh.
Sort
And
of
then you find out about
obvious reasons.
Let's just give him his proper name, which is Deadpool's daddy.
As has been confirmed multiple times by the author of Deadpool, they have absolutely no fucking connection. I stole an extra F word.
Captain
I'm pretty sure we're
Questgiver.
over.
Captain Questgiver, how many points do you
Yes. 7.5.
have? So that is 12.5. Margaritaville.
5.
That is 13. Boom Shakalaka.
7.
Or let me do the complex math on this one.
8.
Black Widow.
4.
Good job. Like, I'm proud because you remembered so many names.
I remembered names. I didn't know which universe they were from. I remember names.
You're starting to learn comics via osmosis.
Ben, you've got a job to do. You need to get on cookie duty.
We have a consolation prize. It's this lovely steak sauce.
Playing the stakes awesome.
All right. I'll be kind. We'll go with one of the weaker.
We're going on.
We'll go with kaboom. A little bit of kaboom.
We're going on to question.
Chris Hansen gets some kaboom as well.
We're going on to round 3 now. Disney films or Disney trivia. I named it Disney films. I'm renaming it Disney trivia. Question the first. 2 of the Disney princesses are left-handed. Name one of them. For a bonus point, name both. 2 of the Disney princesses are depicted as left-handed. Name either of them. Or for a bonus point, name both of them.
Oh my god, why has that put the SpongeBob theme in my head?
I feel like you asked this question in a way earlier pub quiz. So hopefully I remembered the answer.
John's question or mine?
John's.
Wisdom has not been my strong suit, my dear.
That's Nintendo. Mom's brain's really fried. Now she thinks that Disney owns Nintendo.
I just wanted to know if Princess Peach was, Disney.
No.
Honestly, I kind of dig the idea of us doing a Mario round at some point. Just like the full Mario universe. I'd be doomed. I would not be able to do well in it, but I would find it fun.
I'll put it on the list.
Yay!
Question 2. According to Jamba, Experiment 626 destructive programming will cause him to be drawn to large cities And then do what?
Alien who made Stitch.
According to Jamba, Experiment 626's destructive programming will cause him to be drawn to large cities, and then do what? What's he going to do when he gets there?
Yes, it's been a while, but...
I just watched that movie recently too, so it's really annoying.
Family.
Family means nobody gets left behind.
Oh, God.
Oh, my heart.
Our family. This is my family. I found it.
It's broken,
Broken.
but still good.
Good. Still good.
That whole scene just makes me cry.
Yeah.
I'm a quata. I'm a quata.
And the bit-
Managista!
You need me to get up some Elvis music?
Oh, let's play them Elvis playing Baby Got Back.
Yeah.
I'm
Someone
afraid that
managed to get
none of the songs that we could play there are copyright free, and therefore
I think
can't
this
go
one
on
would
the
be
stream.
considered. It's transformative enough that I think it would count, but basically someone programmed an AI with Elvis's voice to sing Baby Got Back
In Elvis style.
in Elvis style. It is freaking amazing.
I mean,
Question.
that's pretty normal to do. It's the same way that they trained AI to sing with as Cartman. They just played a load of the voice and then
Yeah.
said, right, cool, here's a song, sing it. Which is why, like, there's some really weird but good covers that do sound like Cartman from South Park is singing.
Question 3. How many kids does Gaston want to have with Belle?
This one I do remember because of the rock segment from Moana.
What?
There was an interview right before Moana came out, and they were talking about who they asked the girl who voiced Moana and The Rock what other Disney characters they thought they would be, and she thought that The Rock would do a really good Gaston. So he says a line from Beauty and the Beast, and he says the line where he mentions how many kids he wants. And I'm not going to say it because I want to give away the answer, but
Do you
I
think
won't
it'd
lie,
be a
I-
good Gaston?
on.
I don't think The Rock would be a good Gaston.
what I brought up to.
Nah.
Yeah, no, because he starts it by calling Belle a bitch, which was hilarious in a Disney interview.
For the second character-wise, I imagine more like a John Cena could probably play a Gaston quite easily.
Law says Henry Cavill.
Henry Cavill? Oh god, actually, yeah. Oh,
Who was the
God,
guy who actually played Gaston in the live action? I don't remember.
It was Luke
the
Evans.
Not Hobbit. It was
Oh, as in Chris Evans?
the Watertown.
Oh, yeah, the bard
Everything,
guy.
Phoenix. Everything. You
You're-
missed everything.
Question
His hair's
4.
so short.
Question 4. How old is Crush, the sea turtle, in Finding Nemo? Bless you.
Say it again, sir. I got
Uh,
distracted by the chat there and Rogue. I
How-
actually ended up looking at the chat. It's no, it's live. What's going on?
How
What
old
are you playing
is
around?
How old is Crush, the sea turtle, in Finding Nemo?
There's a number in my head, but I don't think it's right. But for some reason, it seems right. That makes
Uh,
sense. But
Yeah.
oh,
Also, I absolutely love when they did a Gaston off between Luke Evans and Hugh Jackman.
Oh man, I've got to Google that. It's probably on YouTube.
I would love to see a Hugh Jackman Gaston. One, because it's slightly, because like Hugh Jackman is far too tall to be Wolverine, his most iconic character. So it's kind of funny that he would actually then be too short to play Gaston.
I know, right?
but also like I want to see him play a villain because he's only ever played good guys, and I kind of dig the idea of
He
Hugh
has-
Jackman as being big ripped villain Gaston eating like 99 eggs in the morning.
He has
Throwing
at
a
one point
dozen
at
raw
least,
eggs down his gullet.
He has at one point at least done a stage show where he sings the Gaston song on stage, dressed as Gaston,
No.
with a very, very complex like dance involving the Steins and like
That's on YouTube. We've got to
clashing
find
the
that.
Steins together.
Have
Phil,
you guys
I'm
know
not
what?
surprised. Have you seen some of his stage productions? That boy can move his hips.
I mean, I've not watched any of his specific stuff, but I've loved watching his bits with Neil Patrick Harris.
Yes. We're gonna
You're
just
right there,
skim
man.
straight past the Angel Mama. We
You
heard it, but
enjoy
we...
watching his bits, do you?
Okay,
with
we're not
Neil Patrick
all...
Harris.
We're not
But we get a
all
big
gonna
tub of
move on.
popcorn. The two of us are watching it there together. It's great.
I don't think she realized how strong the microphone on my cell phone is.
So I realised.
Law says, I thought the same thing, Angel Mama.
It's okay. I left it too long between
That's
bits
why I like
and
that one.
the other name.
Question 5. Which of...
What you get up to in the evening?
You're all valid with your perversions.
Question 5. Which of the Disney princesses is technically the youngest?
Oh, that's a difficult question.
Which of
By
the
which
Disney
standard?
princesses is technically the youngest?
Yeah, by which standard? Are we talking as in their canonical age in their film? Or as in if you were to get to modern day, what their age would be?
Canonically in their film, who is youngest during the events of their film, I believe is how they've taken this. Who is youngest during the major events of their film? Because obviously, some of the Disney princesses, you see them being born, or they have scenes where they are children, but for the main...
I won't lie. I'm just watching Ben, and I'm just watching the smoke come out of his ear. As we
Actually, be
thinking,
born bit cut out by Disney.
Yeah.
Ben, if you're a robot, tell us.
I
Ben, if
cannot
you're a robot-
confirm.
Blink twice. Ben.
No. Oh, no. I
I've got
is
it, I've got it.
human. I is human.
The best way to check it. Ben, this sentence is wrong. Mind blown. There we
I'll
go.
say no,
He's a robot.
That's not the right
It was-
one. This is not a sentence.
Technically, it is both wrong and correct. It is both.
This statement is false.
It is both true and false.
That's a logical fallacy.
Actually,
Phoenix.
it is the only logical way to look at it.
Phoenix says, quick, get him to fill in a captcha.
Damn it, my only weakness.
Oh, actually, shit. Did you?
Boyfriend.
Did you?
Yeah,
s-
Phoenix flirts with Angel Mama every day.
Oh my.
Uh,
I'm so happy for you two. Sorry, John. I know you're going on to the next question, but I have to bring up this bit of trivia. So, on the topic of captures, it turns out ChatGPT or some AI algorithm actually managed to get around one of those
Oh my god.
because they actually went and they hired someone to click the "I am not a robot" on the capture, so that they could then continue.
yep. The way
Which is
that an AI
smart.
can get around the button is to get somebody to click the button for them.
The fact that the AI was smart enough to know that they needed to hire somebody to press the button for it is what concerns me.
Oh,
Phoenix says, I don't know what you mean, but also, how you doing, Angel Mama?
Why am I reading that like Johnny Bravo?
how you doing?
No. Johnny Bravo was.
No.
Yeah,
Hey,
no,
Mama.
yeah, I went far too Joey Tribbiani.
I think you
Johnny Bravo.
went far too Joey Tribbiani to veer it into like
How you doing,
Terminator levels.
Mama. You.
Question
How
6.
you doing, Mama?
Question
How are
6.
you doing, Angel Mama? Mama.
Question 6. Who is the first Disney character who didn't have to marry royalty to become a princess?
To become a princess.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, that's a bleeding good one. Right. Didn't
Oh,
have
with-
to marry. I'm guessing we're not including the ones who princesses. In which case, to be born, they are technically made.
Ooh.
Uh,
Yeah, actually, that's a good question. Do you mean does that include girls who were already born as princesses, or girls who were not born as princesses but didn't need to get married to become a princess?
How do you not be born a princess and then become a princess?
Yeah, you can't.
well, that's the thing when it comes to
There is a precedent. There is one Disney character who was not born a princess and who became a princess without marrying a prince. That's why I'm asking the question.
I mean, technically, you could conquer. You could, have your dad conquer a kingdom. That would make you a princess without being born one or
So-
marrying royalty to become one.
Being born a
But
princess
that's not
does
the
work,
plot.
yes. Being born a princess is a valid answer to this. So who is the first Disney princess who is born a princess and doesn't need to marry into royalty?
All right.
Or
Sorry,
if,
because
or if you think that your character who didn't get born into it but does have it came before this one, that
Oh,
might
he
be the
didn't.
right answer.
definitely not.
Sorry, I'm just loving the. Wow, this one has math.
I will point out, and I'm
The
going to be
equation of the princess.
I do have 2 answers to this question.
Ooh. In which case, I will write down my second answer as my secondary answer because I had my instinct and then I corrected it because one of them is older. And I really hope both of them are right.
when you say Disney princess, by what definition are you going by? Are you going by the actual Disney definition of Disney princess?
Yes.
Okay. I know there's some other characters who are not Disney princesses. And didn't help me either.
Who is the first Disney character who didn't have to marry royalty to become a princess? One thing I'm also enjoying about this new audio setup, by the way, is that I can now hear the music a lot clearer in my headphones.
So
Which is cool.
The first one which didn't have to marry royalty.
That is what I am looking for. The first Disney character
Oh.
who didn't have to marry royalty to become a princess.
Oh,
This crop is fun to play with.
It's irritating because, like, it's such an obvious answer. I don't know why.
I've got 4 listed.
How do you have 4?
I'm not quite sure who came first.
I was gonna say, I can imagine who the 4 might be, but I think I'm pretty sure there's only 2 answers.
There is one answer.
that one is not that one.
No, there are
Unless-
2.
No,
She did marry Rory.
no, but she was born into it. She didn't have to get married. So, you know.
Oh, John, move us on. Move us on from this torture. Please.
I'm also looking forward to one of you having an answer that doesn't match the 2 that I've got for this and being correct with it.
Oh, that'd be great. That would be amazing.
Because I am completely willing to say that the answers that I have written down for this are what I think the correct answers are.
Wait, you mean you didn't look them up on the official Disney website,
Like,
John?
you didn't Google it?
I looked it for a bit and think I have the right answer.
I don't know how there's a think. There's just one answer. If we're going with Disney animated princess canon, there is one answer.
Well,
That is a sentence I never thought I'd say.
Question
such authority.
7.
Do you feel like it feels like you should be the one with the crop?
Question
I know, right?
7. Which are the 4 main emotion characters in Inside Out?
Say that again?
Which are the 4 main emotions in Inside Out?
Are there 5?
There are 5, so I'm not sure what he's talking about.
Watching the John cam go not working.
Which are the 5 emotion characters in Inside Out?
Ow, my head hurts. So hard. I'm gonna run and grab my water bottle real quick because I wrote my answer down. So just don't ask question 8 till I get back.
So, question 8.
So question 8.
And this is why you need a crop, Angel.
Yes, Law, you are correct,
Bloody
and I've told you
hell.
to not put your answers in the chat.
Jesus. Those are real, though. Oh, Jesus. Woo!
The fact I have a headache means I put off getting my water too long.
So question 8. What does Wally stand for?
Oh, you son of a bitch.
I'm in. No, sorry. Just plugging in your brother's.
What does Wally stand for?
We watched it with Betty. That's like the last time I watched it was when we all watched it together. So I don't think the actual whole, like I know it's written down, but I don't think anybody actually says it out loud. Do they?
Yeah, it's in one of the billboards.
Yeah, like
One
that's what I'm saying.
billboard advertises Wally's model really early in the film.
Yeah. Oh.
So actually, I have a fun story to do with Wally. So I bought it for, I think for Ree actually, John. No, sorry, no, I didn't buy it for Ree. I think so. I bought it for my sister for Christmas one year, and like I left because I lived with Ree at the time. In order to sort of like stash presents and all this stuff, I'd stashed a whole bunch of stuff at my sister's place, saying, "Oh, these are presents for like my friends and whatnot, and I don't want them coming in and stumbling around and finding them." So I bought Wally for my sister, and I had the beautiful moment of my sister sneakily watching it, thinking it was a present for another person. At which point, I had to hold in my laughter till Christmas Day when my sister unwraps the copy of Wally that she'd already watched, thinking it was somebody else's present.
You're telling me that your sister unwrapped and watched a DVD that she thought you bought for somebody else?
Yes! I was not best pleased with her. If it wasn't for the fact that it was her own damn present, I probably would have been a bit pissed off.
To be honest, I would have made that a twist around just sort of say, well, you obviously wanted it more than they. You can have it.
That's
They got the Xbox 360.
That's some real like modern day gift of the Magi stuff. Like that, I sold my hair to buy you this present. I bought this copy of Wally and you watched it already.
I've had a few, like, I imagine everybody has sort of weird Christmas present stories, but I do think that multiple times my godmother has bought me books that I already owned.
My brother...
One of which she'd bought me the year before.
My brother did get very annoyed when we were young, because every year he would hunt for the presents. He would try to find where my mum hid them. And after several years, she told him where she hid the presents. After he grew out of the phase of looking for them, she told him where she had hidden the presents, and it was a cupboard in his bedroom about less than a foot away from the bed, and he just never looked in it, and he got so angry that the presents were there. And he's probably going to be so angry that I'm telling this story on the internet.
That's amazing. I think.
Oh God!
Lord.
I think the coolest thing my parents ever did for Christmas was the year that me and my brother got our first cell phones. They got them for us for Christmas. And what they had done was they'd wrapped them, but they'd already set them up before they wrapped them. So it was tradition to call Grandma and Grandpa in Michigan and Grandma and Grandpa in England to wish them a happy Christmas. So Dad makes the call on his cell phone to say happy Christmas after we'd unwrapped our presents. All of a sudden, me and Sven hear this ringing, and we're like, the hell? And we're looking around, and we find these two presents hidden under one of my mom's side tables, and they'd gotten us both cell phones. And that's how they had us find our last Christmas gift. It was so cool.
I was going to say...
It's just one of those...
Going to say, be really careful what you say here, Angel, because your mum's listening.
Oh, yeah, no. It was really cool. Like, it was one of those Christmas present stories that just always stuck with me. I thought it was such a neat way to do it.
Question 9. What is the minimum height to play Goofy in the Disney theme parks? What is the minimum height required to play Goofy in the Disney theme parks?
I would love for them just to have their own metric, and you must be Goofy to play Goofy.
You must be one Goofy tall.
Yeah, I know, right?
So wait, how many Mickeys are in a Goofy?
Well, it depends on how well they play their cards.
There is one Mickey and a Goofy, and he wants you to close the door, please.
There could be two. Goofy has two holes.
The real issue is when it comes down to, I mean, it's a bit like that law case where Mickey had taken him through and going through with the whole divorce of him and Minnie, saying that you're saying that she's crazy, saying no, she's Goofy. I hope you appreciate that I held the F-bomb back there, John.
Well done. Well done. Very well censored.
He's better than all the rest of us.
I've got to save it for Rogue. Using them all up tonight.
Question 10. Question 10. What is Donald Duck's middle name? What is Donald Duck's middle name? Also, I'm just... I realised that I've been like waving this around. I've just got a bottle opener I got from a loot crate some years back. Just that happens to be the thing I'm fiddling with on the table at the moment. It's a Pac-Man.
To be fair, it's what I tend to do. I just randomly grab things and start playing.
It's a Pac-Man bottle opener that just
Sorry,
says,
John. It's
Game
like, why
over
spend money
on
on a fidget spinner when you can just grab the random stuff that's sitting on your desk?
I really should just have a fidget spinner. I really should just have a fidget spinner here, because I would get so much use out of the damn thing. And I do when I have a fidget spinner here. To be perfectly clear, I
don't fucking believe you.
The other one I have a lot is this magnetic dice jail.
That's cool.
Oh, that sounds dangerously satisfying.
It does.
It's also...
the alternative is you play with what I've been playing with all day, which is a crop. So if enough people put enough bits in, John might be able to afford a crop.
Well, you know, It does
I don't know
cost
if
money.
we want John to have a crop.
At which point, maybe there'll be a bit thing where John will require one of
Suddenly
us
the
to call
live
him
games are going to
Daddy.
be a lot worse.
Phoenix says, I did a presentation on Donald Duck a long while ago, and I misspoke the middle name, so I will now never forget it. But
They cropped up.
the Gurks has just cheered 15 bits.
Bizarre.
Generally, is the top that uses the crop.
Why would Phoenix be doing a presentation on Donald Duck?
You can do a presentation on anything.
I
If your heart is really in it.
I don't know.
These are
He's
from
Belgium-ish,
Heartscore.
isn't
These are from Heartscore if you want to get your own magnetic boxes.
Yeah, they make some cool stuff. How much been collecting there?
Phoenix says, I studied computer science and animations.
That'll be it. It'll open the animation part.
I will point out that when I did computer animation and special effects at university, we had a lecturer come in at one point who had worked on a video game that had featured Donald Duck, and he said the walk cycles on Donald Duck are incredibly difficult because you take the standard walk cycle you have to put on a person and then add flippers.
No, I believe it.
I believe it.
'Cause I remember,
Which makes it incredibly hard to do.
yeah, because they were. I remember they were talking about that when they were working on Kingdom Hearts. Because I think Donald Duck was one of the harder models that they had to deal with because of the bloody flippers.
Hmm.
Wait, there's blood on his flippers? When did that one happen in the game?
It's one of the worlds. I don't know which one. Mortal Kombat world he went to. It was problematic.
On the topic,
Don't tempt Disney with more properties to buy. They've got enough. They own the world already. They don't need Mortal Kombat.
on top of, to carry on with the topic of weird things you did discussions on at university, I actually wrote part of my bachelor's dissertation on the creatures from Black and White.
One of my
Cool.
one
I
of my
love that game.
friends in the final year did a 1-minute presentation on marshmallows.
Nice.
Fair enough.
We were-
combat, eh?
We were given the we were required to do a 1-minute presentation on anything we wanted. The target was to do a presentation for specifically 1 minute. And so he did a minute-long presentation on the history of marshmallows.
As you do.
As you do.
And on-
By John.
I did a presentation, not for college, but when I was at the job training center that I lived at for about a year. I had to do a presentation, and I did mine on the history of the story of Cinderella. Because, I mean, everybody knows right up to the Charles Perrault version, but one of the very first recorded iterations of Cinderella is from China, and the young woman is washing slippers in a river, and a fish steals it and eats it, and then the fish is caught and fed to the emperor, and the emperor finds the slipper and then goes and finds the girl whose slipper was stolen and made her a concubine in his harem.
As you do.
There you go. Angel, we're gonna get some answers going because we're rapidly running out of time and we've got another round to do.
I'm gonna play.
Yep. Yeah, and I've only got like 15% left on my phone, so.
Angel, 2 of the Disney princesses are left-handed. Can you name either of them?
Is it Tiana and Cinderella?
You get a point for Tiana. Angel Mama.
Princess Leia? Because when she
No.
holds her gun, it's always on the... Huh? What? Who?
No.
No.
She is. She is.
Rogue.
I went with Rapunzel and Merida. Or Merida, rather.
Weirdo.
Nope.
Damn.
Ben.
I went for Aurora and Cinderella.
And who?
No. Cinderella was. So, Phoenix has put the answer into the chat. It is Mulan, is the other Disney princess who is left-handed.
I was gonna go for Mulan, and something made me go with Cinderella.
Mulan.
Because I was
and-
thinking Tiana and Mulan, and
I was debating in my head whether Mulan was actually classified as a Disney princess.
she is part of the Disney princess line, in part because of how well her movie did financially.
Right.
That's how you join the Disney princess canon. If your movie did well enough that's why Elanwi from the Black Cauldron is not considered part of the Disney princess canon, even though she's a legit princess. Because her movie tanked.
Angel Mama. According to Jamba, Experiment 626's destructive programming will cause him to be drawn to large cities and do what?
Cause chaos.
I mean, you're not wrong. I was looking for more specifics, but I feel that that's worth half a point.
Thank you very much, sir.
I mean, there's
Rogue.
only one I specifically remember him mentioning, and it was like causing traffic jams.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like I think he listed a few different things he'd do.
I went with destroy everything, which I feel like it fits under the umbrella, but not specific enough.
That's not enough to get a point.
Give him half a point, like Angel Mama.
No, because it's not destroy everything. Ben.
Steal every left sock.
That I'm going to give you half a point for. Angel.
Shoe.
It was shoe.
Causing traffic jams.
I'll give you half a point for that as well. The list of things he says he will do to cause chaos is back up the sewers, reverse the street signs, and steal everyone's left shoe.
Right.
Nice.
I knew there was something to do with the road, but
That
Rogue.
was a list, but that was the one which got
Yep.
in my head.
Rogue, how many kids does Gaston want?
12?
Ben?
Half a dozen.
Yes. 6 or 7?
no, you got it. 6 or 7 strapping young boys like me.
Maybe half a baker's dozen. That's fine.
Yeah, round up.
That's so many little Gastons.
That's too many little
Yeah.
Gastons. Like
Yeah.
That's
way
there's
too many.
not enough eggs. For that
I
many.
love
No,
when-
he's
I-
already
I love
destroyed the
when he
economy
says-
with that already.
But I love how in the movie when he says 6 or 7, she immediately goes, dogs. Because she's like, I ain't birthing 6 or 7 kids.
Um,
I'm surprised that she's making a compromise.
yes, not really a negotiation point up there. Ben, how old is Crush the sea turtle?
I put it down as 2. I don't think it's going to be that old.
Angel.
102?
Angel Mama.
I thought it was 105.
Rogue.
No.
140?
Well, going by the Price is Right rules, which we occasionally use when we do this sort of question, Rogue gets the point. He is 150 years old.
Oh,
I've been thinking about his little
no,
bleeding
you
tyke.
young.
Yeah, because he goes, and still young dude.
I just realised I was getting the wrong bleeding turtle. I was thinking of his little tyke. I was
Oh,
thinking, oh, the little squirts.
I was
Crush
wondering
Sonia.
where you were
Of course,
getting
little
two
squirt.
from.
Oh.
Wait, what?
I was just thinking that squirt is literally meant to be incredibly young. Point of it, it's just like, you gotta let him go. It's like, he's a baby, is out the egg. Damn it.
What
Angel.
you don't know is Squirt is actually like 40. Yep.
Angel, who is the youngest Disney princess?
Snow White, she's 14.
Yeah.
No, Vanellope.
Yeah, I was just saying, Vanellope's younger.
She's not
like-
part of Disney Princess canon, though.
She
Yeah,
was
she-
in the movie because she
To be
said,
honest, the other side of things,
mental problem?"
even with
No,
that,
she's not part of Disney Princess canon.
She's
even with that,
Pixar.
depending. Yeah.
Vanellope is transformed into a princess during Ralph Breaks the Internet. But she's not considered to be an official one.
The other side,
Boo!
even if
Boo!
their console was there for 25 years,
So she's still actually
So-
older.
technically
Yeah.
she's older than all of them.
And Snow White's story is a middle-aged folktale.
The youngest one I was going to put Snow White initially, but then I thought of Vanellope.
Mm.
It's just
To
made
be
more
fair, I
sense.
ended up putting down Merida, so I've got it wrong completely.
So
I think people remember that she's 14 in that movie.
I'm
It's one of those, yeah. I had a few running through my head, like along the lines of, if you go, what
2 years for
technically
every
the correct story with Pocahontas, she should be 11.
Yeah,
Anyway,
I'm
that was
I'm
a bit weird.
intrigued to hear the answers to this. Angel Mama, who is the first Disney character who didn't have to marry royalty to become a princess?
Well, I've got a few. Can I list them?
Go right ahead, because I've got several that are on my list.
I'm just waiting for you to come up with the entire list of all the Disney princesses.
Aurora, Princess Leia, Merida, and Jasmine.
You have two of my list, which is, well, my list is too long. You have both of the characters that are on my list. So you get a point.
Okay, no. Seriously? Come on. The OG is Snow White. She was born a princess and didn't need to marry the prince to be a princess.
Was Snow White a princess?
Yeah?
She wasn't a princess.
She was the child of the queen.
No, the queen was her
No.
stepmother.
No, the
Yeah.
queen was her stepmother, but her birth mother was a queen. Her birth mother was a queen in the movie and a queen in the original story. Snow
No,
White was a
she's
princess
right.
from the get-go.
She's right.
It's the OG. That's why I don't know why you guys are all... It's like,
But there's a list of them.
no, there isn't. Well, there's a bunch, but John asked for the first, and the first was Snow White.
No, he asked for.
Oh God, yeah, no,
First-
because Snow White
Oh.
is older than Sleeping Beauty.
Yeah,
Damn.
Snow White was the first full-length Disney feature film.
Damn.
He said he's got a list of names too, so I'm
Yeah,
going with John.
that's why I said I don't know where John was getting his answer from, because there's one answer. The fact that he
So-
didn't Google it.
I do like the way that this whole quiz started off being, oh no, give the points. You know, you got to be kind and get the little bits and be, no, absolutely not. You cannot have this one. It's not possible. No.
For you, John. Please, please let me stand.
It's not my fault he didn't do his research.
You can stab her.
Thank you.
Look, I'm just gonna stick with the person who will give me points. John, my answers were Aurora and Jasmine. Do I get anything with that?
Yes. So
Thank
we
you.
don't know from what I can see of the plot, which I can't go back and ask her. We don't know how Snow White was, like, who Snow White was born to. From what I can see of the plot on the internet, we know that she was the stepmother, was the queen, which might mean that her dad married into royalty, thereby negating her from this question. She wasn't She wasn't born the princess. She may have married into it because her dad married into royalty.
Oh, John, I have to stand up for Angel here. I'm just about to send you something on Twitch.
Even if we go with that suggestion that it was her dad who married into royalty, then that means she was a princess via her father's marriage, meaning she was still a princess, not by her own marriage.
Oh my God, where the hell is Whisper anymore? There it is.
So, like, I'm still right.
Was the first queen, but being cast out makes her not a princess at some point as well.
So the two that I have the
John.
answers for, and I will accept the answers for, as well as
That's some bullshit.
You know you're right.
I know.
Point, for God's sake.
Give myself the point because I know I'm right.
You just decided to give yourself points.
She was born in her kingdom as a princess.
I said I could stab you, I stabbed you.
Ow.
The two that I had written down, and the two that I had done the research into and was led to believe were the correct answer. Sleeping Beauty is one of the early princesses who is born a princess, but was hidden away from the kingdom to try and avoid the curse.
Correct. Aurora.
The first one that we see that is a princess and not marrying into it is Jasmine.
True.
But as has been pointed out, Snow White did get born a princess to the king and queen, according to everything we can see.
I was going to say another one when it came down to it, as I was asking for the definition of the how you're looking at the Disney princess one, because of Mulan. Mulan does not marry into royalty; has become a Disney princess.
Yeah, but that's if you're talking about
Disney canon.
If you're talking about Disney
asked
canon.
about the definition of
That makes
Disney
sense. I get
princess.
what you mean.
Okay, let's
I get what you mean.
move along because we need to.
This round is far too
Do I
competitive.
get anything for that? Come on, we've been debating every other version.
Next one's an easy one. There's one answer.
There's 5.
Does that get anything?
It's the oldest. It was the first. Was the whole point of the question.
And the whole point when it came down to it is the first one which actually became a Disney princess without actually a princess in their canon. I have
Fine,
no idea
yeah.
whether it was.
Everybody
but
gets
for
a
some
point
reason I
for
had
that.
Down.
Everyone gets a point for that question. Everyone gets a point. Everybody goes home happy.
Oh my god!
I'm crying.
Oh my god!
Angel Mama, you can stab Angel until you're happy again.
No. I already stabbed her once. She's mad at me because she has a red mark on her now.
Be hard. That hurt.
She's a
Question-
big baby.
Question
Just
7.
draw stabbing cartoons in Sharpie instead.
Rogue, what are the
Oh,
5 emotions from Inside Out?
I think I've just gone through all of them through that last round.
We all have, don't worry.
Anger, sadness, joy, fear, and disgust.
Yes.
Which is so poorly balanced. Why do you have one positive emotion and then all the rest of them are negative emotions?
The other side of it, though, joy generally being overpowering to start off with, apparently being a common trait.
Apparently.
John.
Look, if you want a better representation of
fear.
You put what, sorry?
Caution, not fear.
I'm afraid they call her caution. They don't call her caution, they call her fear.
Him.
He's the
Yeah.
one that
freaks out.
So,
oh,
we just
John's
pick
got
gender of an
sadness.
no. Well,
I always meant to
is that
find.
Because I had anger, sadness, disgust, and joy. Do I get a half for that, or
Yeah,
a
I'll give you
zero
a
for the
half
whole
point
question?
for getting 4
Thank
out of the
you.
5. Also, this is a
Thank
San
you,
Diego
John.
Comic-Con exclusive Funko Pop because she has shiny hair.
No.
Aw.
So if you,
Aww.
since we are, she's very
those
cute.
eyes.
I always
If we
meant
are
to
calling-
find joy somewhere, but I haven't yet found joy in my life.
oh,
Um,
whilst we're calling out Inside Out for being a bad representation of mental stuff, there has just been, and I'm recommending this because I absolutely found it hilarious. D20 just finished their series Mentopolis, where all the people are playing facets of the mind,
That's MP Creed.
which is very funny because you have attention, impulse, hyperfixation, pleasure, who is also known as Dan Fucks.
That's another one onto the list tonight, John.
Yeah.
Conscience and curiosity. And it's a very, very silly side quest. Please
Ben.
watch it.
That's kind of neat, though.
Ben, what does
Uh-huh.
Wally stand for?
I had no idea, so waste acquisitions, logistics, time enterprise.
You got at least one of the words.
Yay!
Angel.
Waste something, 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 something.
You got the same word. So surprisingly. Angel Mama.
Waste and land litter incinerator.
Rogue.
Hey,
Waste,
you got the letters.
waste agglomeration logistics. LE.
Waste something, 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 dark side.
Phoenix.
I couldn't remember, but part of me thinks that the E might stand for Earth.
Phoenix.
But the only one I can read.
Phoenix
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Rogue, you are correct. The E does indeed stand for Earth. Wally stands for Waste Allocation Load Lifter Earth Class.
Earth class. Okay.
Yeah, load because he loads it in, compacts it, and moves it. Actually, that makes a lot of sense.
So is that no points in that one then?
That is no point. Nil point.
Okay. Nil point.
Angel.
Angel.
Yes.
Angel, what is the minimum height to play Goofy at the Disney theme parks?
6'3".
Angel Mama.
6 foot even.
Correct.
Huh.
Yes.
Is that yes, I got the points, or yes, I can be Goofy?
I thought it was more the food.
Yes, I got it right. No, sadly, I can't be Goofy. It can't be Goofy. I am, to my deep frustration, 5'11" and a half.
If it makes
I
me
mean,
feel
to be
any
fair-
better, I wanted to be a model when I was younger, but I was too short as well, so.
I could be goofy, but it would be chunky goofy.
No, but when I was younger, I was too short, and now I'm too fat.
Angel Mama,
Point.
what is Donald Duck's middle name?
Malcolm. Because it's in the middle.
Oh, that's terrible, and I hate you. I love it.
Rogue.
Boo. I just went with D.
Not food.
Ben.
I put danger.
Angel.
Tiberius.
Phoenix, did you want to tell us what the answer is? There we go.
What?
Roy.
Donald Duck's middle name is Fauntleroy.
No, it's
Oh,
not.
yes.
I was saying, if you missed
I
that,
always remember that one.
I had to read that because I misheard what you said, John. Into
I'll
something
take
far worse.
420 points for that. Thank you. Waste something Earth class.
It's revealed in the 1942 animated short Donald Duck Gets Drafted, where he gets drafted into the army. He has a middle name. It is Fauntleroy.
Yep.
Might be
Hold on.
based on the fact that he has the sailor hat, which is often seen as an accessory for the old-timey Little Lord Fauntleroy suits.
Yeah.
I said Font LaCroix in my presentation. Well, that's what you get for playing so much Vampire the Masquerade.
Okay, Captain Questgiver. How did you do that round?
3.5.
So that gets you up to 16. Margaritaville.
4.
So that gets you up to 17.
Ooh.
Falling ahead, just.
Boom Shakalaka.
5.5, which puts me at 13.5.
And Black Widow.
3, so I'm at 8.
Thank God I didn't get the lowest score. No, spicy, just shit.
And finally, finally for
Flip
this
off
quiz.
anime gambling.
Honestly, I'm kind of proud of us. This is one of the best amounts of points we've had in a quiz for a while.
We're gonna
Most
rush.
of us are,
We're
most of
gonna
us are
have to
actually
rush
double
this
digits.
round because it is getting
It's getting late.
real late. So, rush general knowledge round. Question 1. Who was the first person to renounce a hereditary peerage?
Person to renounce a hereditary peerage.
I feel like I've given a very modern answer and it's a much older answer.
Phoenix.
Question 2. Which country introduced a solidarity tax in 1991?
A what tax?
Which country introduced a solidarity tax in 1991? Solidarity.
In the Navy. In the Navy.
I don't understand how these general questions are general questions.
They are,
All right.
they are knowledge from generally anywhere.
This is the pull the answer out of my butthole question round.
The
John, I want a question.
The Monstera delicosa plant is better known by what name? The Monstera delicosa plant is better known by what name?
I'm not getting any points this round.
Has anybody watched the film yesterday?
No, I didn't
What?
watch anything yesterday.
The
Yes, I have.
I watched that on the plane back. It was very good. My answer for number 2 made me remember the film. It could be
Question
that my answer's very wrong.
Question 4. Which marsupial sleeps for up to 22 hours a day?
Jennifer.
I don't believe Jennifer is a marsupial.
We've reached our F-bomb limit, but you know what I want to say.
To be fair, we haven't done the test. It's hard to say.
Do either of you have a pouch, Angel or Angel Mama?
And many
I have
are
a
usually on the
food.
bags.
Does that count?
There's a
I
satire.
Yeah, you know.
That's satire.
Oh
Question-
The
dear.
only reason I'm stabbing you is because you're more sensitive than I am.
Question
Oh!
5. Question 5. What does the Dutch sport of vierliepen involve?
What?
What does the Dutch sport of vierliepen involve?
It can't be chasing cheese down a hill because it's the Netherlands. They don't have hills.
Famously
They
very
could make
flat
them
country.
artificially.
Come on, we're the only people stupid enough to chase cheese down a hill.
Every time.
That and people who we also have people who would like go down the Yorkshire moors in a Zorb, not the Zorb suit, but like the big ball.
Oh God. That's how you get killed in giant shark movies. Sorry, I
Question.
rewatched The Meg recently.
I want to see the Meg
Meg
2
2
and
with
know
the-
if it's like as good of a bad movie as the Meg 1 was.
It is. Oh my
Good.
god, it's almost better. And it had a couple of jump scares that actually got me.
Well, okay, to be fair, Phoenix, I don't know the pronunciation. I'm going to put it in the chat so that you can see what the word is. There's the word. Please, if you can phonetically tell me how to say that, let me know.
I'm pretty sure it's pronounced just give up.
No, that's the Welsh town.
Clanway.
I can do the golf.
Clanway.
It was a good start, John.
You just reminded
Fiel
me of...
Yeppen. Fiel Yeppen.
You just reminded me of... how do you say spank me daddy in Dutch?
Spank me daddy in Dutch.
I mean, that's...
You know, sometimes you worry me.
No, it's great. I saw it as a meme. But it's give me in clap, papa.
Yep, Phoenix has put that in the chat. Phoenix put that in the chat before you said that.
Damn it, Phoenix!
Give me in clap, papa. I love it.
And now you just have to do it in the voice
Phoenix,
of Goldmember.
darling. Give me a clown, papa.
That's so wrong. Stop it.
Question 6.
What's
Phoenix-
stepdad in Dutch?
Phoenix would like to point out that their mother tongue is Dutch.
My mother wants to know all about your tongue.
My tongue is English, darling.
Oh no, I just googled what stepfather is in Dutch and it's even worse. It's that.
Stiefvader.
We can make word soup.
Question 6.
Agreed.
Question
Yeah.
6. Which group lived at no fixed abode, Cricklewood? Which group lived at no fixed abode, Cricklewood?
So my brain legitimately just went through and did the dial-up modem noise, unironically, which reminds me of something that I found very depressing, is that apparently there are people now who don't understand that sound is associated with the modem and actually just call it the brain thinking noise. And that breaks my heart.
It makes me
Rogue.
feel so old.
Rogue, there are people who don't understand that floppy disks are a thing and think that you've just 3D printed the save icon.
That one I'm used to. That one I found out years ago. But
Well,
modems are younger than floppy disks.
Some people think that the CD disc is now the save icon because obviously we've moved because technology's advanced. So some kids are convinced that the disc is the save icon, and I'm all like, I'm not that old. I'm not that old.
My favorite one at the moment is the kids who think that the Game Boy, again shown one of the original one, is a retro game emulator.
Oh god.
No! Oh
That
god.
hurts. That hurts.
Yep.
Look, if any of you young whippersnappers are watching,
Bugger off!
no,
Stop,
please stay. Use your points. Use your bits. We love your subscription, but stop making us feel old.
Phoenix.
I can only chase after you so quick with my Zimmer frame.
Games I play
I'm not 40
don't have
yet.
multiple
Okay.
floppies.
You all
Well,
are
they're old,
old, though, says Phoenix.
Wow.
Well, I feel
you
called
remember
You
out.
say that
PlayStation
into
1?
my ear, trumpet.
Well, you remember the PlayStation 1 games that were so long you had to switch to the second disc to finish the game?
I really did love that came up in Metal Gear Solid, where it's like, oh, we're on Blu-ray now. There's no need to switch the disc anymore. Question 7. What is assessed by the Martindale rub test?
I'm sorry, the what?
What is assessed by the Martindale rub test?
I thought this was supposed to be family friendly.
I know this is wrong, but I'm putting that answer down anyway.
There are questions I see that just have to go in because I know you people.
I do not know what you're insinuating. Rogue, get out the whip.
Have you been a bad boy, John?
Oh God, he's actually got it. Get away.
Where's that Dutch? That's that Dutch sentence again, John. You might need it.
See, this is the part where Rogue smacks it in his hand, and then he quietly goes, "Ow."
Yeah.
Question 8. Which film director has made more money from wine than his films?
All of them.
Where's my brother-in-law when I need him? He's a wine merchant, for context.
Oh, that's cool. How do you get into work like that?
I mean, it's great for everyone who lives down Suffolk, Norfolk way, or Essex way, because you're all nearby. I recommend it. Flunder Wines. Man like wine on most social media. But I do thoroughly encourage. I shamelessly endorse them. Please, go buy their wine. But
Certainly not because your brother works for them or anything.
no, he's the owner. He made it. It's his company.
Oh, wow.
Oh
I mean, he works for them in a way.
Yeah.
Regrettably, I don't drink.
Plus, they have a newborn. Go support the parents of my nephew. You completely threw me off my train of thought there.
Wine.
But like, I don't like wine, so it's really awful because everyone else in the family loves wine, and I'm just sat here going, I don't appreciate this skill. This all tastes like pain. Apart from
Same.
orange wine, there
am
is
one of those,
orange
yeah.
wine, which is not made from oranges. It's a style of wine made from grapes, which weirdly is quite tasty.
The only wine which I've ever liked is chocolate wine. Literally, they only made it every now and again.
So I swapped. It's not at 40
It's
now.
the only wine I could drink is chocolate wine.
I just can't drink alcohol because of those because the aftertaste of the actual alcohol liquor, it lingers, and I can't. I've
That's the
tried all
barrel.
sorts of things. The only
Question-
thing I can have. Oh, sorry.
Sorry. Question 9. What took Ellen MacArthur 71 days, 14 hours, 18 minutes, and 33 seconds?
Cool. Now that I've answered that one, at some point then we need to go on a gin tasting.
Sure. I'm game.
Hold on. Can John repeat that, please?
What took Ellen MacArthur 71 days, 14 hours, 18 minutes, and 33 seconds? Sometime we need to go on a gin tasting. I'm game!
To be fair, as long as we can also add in a mead tasting, a whiskey tasting.
Did you...
Yeah, basically, let's dabble a little more.
Like a coffee
Angel,
tasting.
did
I
you mean
don't
for
know-
me to... Just to be clear, did you mean for me to repeat just the question, or did you also want everybody else's words too? Because I threw
think
that
Mom
in
got
free
what
of
she needed.
charge.
Can you repeat question 8 though?
What director has made more money from wine than his films?
Right. Thanks.
Thank you. Sorry.
That's how we got
No
on the line.
problem.
Yeah.
I shouldn't stick that in my mouth. It makes me look like I'm wearing a bit.
So, you guys know that I only had those little Alco Pops when we were at the cabins last year. And I don't really drink, but there was something that I had when we lived in the States, and I only ever had it the once, but it was called a woodchuck, and I don't know what was in it. My friend recommended it, and it kind of tasted like apple juice, and that's the only other thing I've been able to drink that didn't hit me with an alcohol aftertaste.
wonder if that's like
And I
the
actually
wood
really
liquor.
did enjoy that.
So a woodchuck, according to the Woodchuck Hard Cider Cocktail Company, is a cider.
So how much
I don't know.
woodchuck can a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck? Damn!
That's just I mean, they sold it at a wings place that was doing like a tequila Tuesday for ladies, cocktail Tuesday. I don't know.
Did
Ladies' night.
Did it come
Sorry,
in a cocktail
can I
glass
just-
or a pint glass?
Before we continue
Pint
this
glass.
interrogation,
Yeah, cider.
Phoenix, did you type that out or did you copy and paste it?
Typing, that's amazingly quick.
Because if you
How
typed
much
that,
wood would a
wow,
woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood?
he would chuck, he would as
He would
much
chuck,
as
he would as much as
hell no.
he would chuck, he would as much as he could. A chuck as much as wood as a wood. A chuck a wood. A chuck a wood. A chuck a wood.
Oh, be
Ah!
I want to see if I can get this out in one go. How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? He
Well,
would
that's
chuck.
out.
He would as much as he could, and chuck as much wood as a woodchuck would if a woodchuck. Oh my god, that's so hard to
To
say.
be fair, I would love to see
How
that
much
one
wood
as
would
a.
a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? He would as much as he could, and chuck as much wood as a woodchuck would if a woodchuck could chuck wood.
But you're doing it at a sensible speed, not a
Yeah.
double pace.
I used to be able to do the first bit of that really quickly.
Well, listen, I've been
How much wood would a
practicing
woodchuck
that.
chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood?
That bit.
Yeah. I feel like the other one, whether the weather be sunny or whether the weather be not, whether the weather, whatever the weather, whether we like it or not.
See,
I think my favorite was the I imagine managing an imaginary menagerie while managing an imaginary menagerie.
See, John, this is why you shouldn't have anything which is relates to woodchucking.
See, my favorite tongue twister is actually just really short. It's just double bubble gum, bubbles double.
Oh,
Question 10. The UN headquarters was built on land donated by which family? Pendragon Nomad says, my attempts at a tongue twister. Ah! Did I do it?
yes. That is the best tongue twister. You win.
Also, that's not the full name, Phoenix.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
Fanfare.
That's the short version.
That's like half of it.
There's at least a
All
few guttural coughs in there.
Yeah, all I know is that whole city name just ends in people coughing because they couldn't handle speaking it.
Sorry, what was the question, John? I got distracted by Welsh.
There's
Which
your
is
full
weird
name.
because I got distracted by Welsh yesterday as well, but that was for work. What was question
Pendragon
10?
Nomad says, I can actually twist my tongue. Does that count?
What was the question?
The UN
What?
headquarters. The UN headquarters was built on land donated by which family?
Thank you.
I can actually twist it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Are you ready for some answers and then also time for us to leave?
Yes. Way past my bedtime.
Rogue.
You won't be out for another hour of bits?
Here.
Rogue.
Yeah.
Who was the first person to renounce a hereditary peerage?
I went with Tony Benn.
You are correct.
Really? There wasn't someone before him? Damn.
As far as I can tell from my research, which was the Guardian quiz.
Fair enough.
Ben, which country introduced a solidarity tax in 1991?
I had no idea, so I put down China.
Angel.
North Korea. Seems like something they'd do.
Angel Mama.
I put down North Korea too, but I wouldn't surprise me if Russia did it.
Rogue.
The USSR?
It was Germany.
Huh.
Germany
Actually, the-
started a solidarity tax in 1991 to pay for the reunification of Germany.
Mhm.
Well, someone had to pay to tear down that eyesore of a wall.
Tear down the wall.
Angel, the
The country
Monstera
club's short.
deliciosa plant is better known by what name?
That would be the Space Jam plant because of the Monstars.
Angel Mama.
Oh, I love it.
I put down the cheese plant, but I know that's wrong.
I'm going to give you half a point.
Thanks.
No.
Rogue.
What?
I didn't hear
Oh.
Angel Mama's answer, so I went with Venus flytrap.
Ben.
I had no idea, so I said that pretty one over there.
Ollie points to the little angel.
So, Angel Mama said it was the cheese plant. It's actually the Swiss cheese plant.
Swiss cheese plant. Yeah, it's the same thing.
Mom has one in her bedroom right now.
Looking at it right now.
She got it for her birthday.
You've got to start giving your mother better gifts.
That was from her brother. He's the one who screwed up.
Beautiful.
Huge.
About 3 feet high and a good 3 feet wide.
Mom thought they were delivering a
Blind.
blind, and she opens the box, and there's just this whole ass plant inside, and she was like, "Oh my god!"
Because I forgot I had a birthday.
Angel Mama, which marsupial sleeps for 22 hours a day?
Other than Jennifer, I'd say a koala.
Bitch,
You
I will
would
smack
be
you.
correct.
Thank you.
Oh,
On how many counts? 1 or 2?
Both.
I cannot say how frequently koalas sleep. I don't think that Phoenix's answer of the dumbest animal alive applies to Angel.
Wow.
I like that don't think part.
the only reason he's not getting a smack is because he spent $100 so that I could have $100 worth of Primo Gems in Genshin.
He loves you. No, he did it to get to me.
Probably.
Rogue.
Or is Phoenix after both of you?
Rogue. What
knows?
does the Dutch sport of Fjarljeppen involve? Sorry,
It's
Phoenix, for mispronunciations. Fjarljeppen.
It's basically like a pole vault over a river or body of water.
Yes.
Oh, that one. I said, okay.
I must say, going by your fear jumping, I just put jumping over scary things. So I didn't think jumping was actually going to be a part of that one, to be fair.
If
Wait,
I figured I had like an 80% chance of getting it right because most sports involve balls at some point. So
if you've not seen it, seriously, look it up on YouTube. Much like we said about the earlier things to look up on YouTube. Look up Fjarljeppen on YouTube, and it's insane. They just run at a body of water and then leap and try to get over it on a stick, and a lot of the time they get halfway across and the stick stops, and then they just slide down into the water. It's really funny. Ben, which group lived at No Fixed Abode Cricklewood?
The Little Rascals.
Angel.
the Boondock Saints.
Angel Mama.
I put the borrowers.
To be fair, when I did this quiz with my parents, that was one of their thoughts of who lived there, but it's sadly not the right answer. That time or this time. Rogue.
I only just had an answer occur to me. The Adventurers?
It was in fact
Like the mice?
It was the Goodies.
Oh, the goodies! Oh my gosh! Oh my god! I knew. It was one of those memories that was tickling my brain and didn't come forward quick enough. Oh,
Who?
An old
Brilliant. The
comedy group
Goodies.
from the UK.
the goody, 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 yum, yum.
Your age
One
is
of us
showing.
knows in the
No.
Jack and the Beanstalk story.
They don't make TV like that no more.
I
No,
feel
there
like
are
Yeah, they-
restrictions and limitations.
every
Wordle
year,
dummy.
every year I find out about things that I might have learned about if it's been in the UK after 1996, and every time I am more relieved that I left.
Penny Everett.
Angel. I fear asking
Yep.
you this, but what is assessed by the Martindale rub test?
Number 7.
Oh, elbow strength?
No. Angel Mama.
Lead in paint, like if there is any or if it isn't
Ooh.
any.
Interesting. No. Rogue.
I know this is wrong, but I wanted to say it. Hardness. The rub test is about hardness.
Ben.
Endurance.
I mean-
Endurance? God.
Hey.
Endurance.
I did
In
the
a-
rub test. I lasted very long.
In a way,
You're doing it wrong.
you are the closest, Ben. It is a durability test,
What's endurance testing?
but
I see.
it's upholstery fabrics.
Ah, Phoenix got it.
So
That's
yeah,
a kind of hardness.
it's a test for upholstery fabrics to see how long it will last with people sitting and standing and sitting and standing. Not clothing,
Or,
but
like,
durability of other
yeah.
fabrics. Yes,
So I can get a point for my endurance.
I'll give you a point. We've been fairly generous with points tonight, so
Yay.
we'll.
Oh,
I'm
We
not
all
going to have
suck.
0 at the end of this one.
The clothing, but clothing.
Angel
for the
Mama.
record, I actually I
Yes,
do want to
sir.
check. Say before we go to this. For the record, I do actually know what the hardness test is called, and it's actually called the Mo test.
Yes, it is.
Motor.
Angel
Yeah.
Mama,
What's
which
this?
director made more money from wine than his films?
Sadly, I don't know, so I put Quentin Tarantino, which is so wrong, it's not even funny.
I want to know what his wine would be like. It would be very weird, I feel. He has a
I'm
terrible
going to take
taste in
talking
films.
for a
Yeah,
while.
which is why it would do well.
Rogue.
I wanted to go with the guy who people keep thinking directed the. I wanted to go with Stanley Kubrick, but I've only just remembered that name, so I went with Steven Spielberg,
Ben.
which has to be wrong.
It is right.
I thought that it had to be an early director just to say that times have changed, but they get a lot more out of it as by. So I put down Alfred Hitchcock.
I like your thoughts. We're moving on. Angel.
Sam Kubrick?
Joel Schumacher.
The correct answer is Francis Ford Coppola.
Wow.
To the dude! Oh my god!
He
I suppose he would come from a time where wine would be more lucrative than.
Oh, some of his movies are kick-ass though. That was a thunk that went across my brain, but then I threw it away.
Rogue, I think. Yes.
Sure.
Yes. Rogue. What took Alan MacArthur 71 days, 14 hours, 18 minutes, and 33 seconds to do?
Sail around the world.
Correct.
Yay!
Yeah, 2
Fun-
points.
Fun fact of that, she slept for almost none of that. She trained and developed the ability to essentially power nap for 15-minute intervals, so she didn't actually have a single solid night's rest the entire time.
That sounds
That kind of makes
awful.
sense doing it solo and all that lot, yeah.
Yeah, it's absolutely terrifying.
And finally, Ben. The UN headquarters was built on land donated by which family?
I had no idea, so I ended up putting down the Washingtons.
Angel.
I don't know. Donald Trump's family.
God, no.
God, imagine if that was true.
Angel Mama.
Is it the Rockefellers?
It was the Rockefellers.
Oh, damn it. I went with the Roosevelts. Of course, it was the Rockefellers.
It was indeed the Rockefellers. I've just been to
that
their
was a
centre.
family. I thought that was just a band.
And so, the Quest Giver, Captain Quest Giver, how did you do that round?
I got 2 points.
Margaritaville.
Oh!
Boom Shakalaka.
1.
I didn't do the worst in this one. Sauce, you get to wait until the cabin.
Black Widow.
3.5.
Ooh, I think it's the first time in a while we've all been double digits.
So, everybody has
Very nice.
everybody has reached double digits. In first place, it is Margaritaville,
Hey!
followed
I
by
am no-
Captain Quest Giver,
Ha ha ha! I knew it.
then Boom Shakalaka, and followed up by Black Widow. So, Angel Mama, what is the round name for October, or would you like some time to think about it and we'll sleep for a bit?
The round name for October is going to be... Oh, well, I can't do what I did last time. That's no fun. And I can't do what I was thinking of because you said it was family friendly, and people would go off script because
I don't know what you're talking about. There'd be no thought. Just Roku does that. Uses the F word 3 times in a stream.
yeah, I know.
Wait, when was the third one?
You did it 3 times.
I know
I know there
twice.
was literally one point where we called it on
It
the
was-
first time.
It was in your talk about the D&D game in people's head. One of the characters was called Dan F-Bomb.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's spelled
Yeah.
with a CH.
But not pronounced with it. You announced it with a third one.
Okay, here's one for you, John.
Go wash your mouth out with soap.
Yarp.
You're gonna hate it. You're gonna hate it. You're gonna hate it. I want you to give us the Latin name, and for us to provide you the layman's name for body parts.
Ooh.
I like it.
Organs, limbs, whatever. You give us the Latin name or the official whatever terminology. We put it into layman's terms.
That sounds pretty humorous.
Ben, your epidermis is showering.
I'm sorry, I'll pull up my fly.
Okay, so that's going to be the round, one of the rounds for October's quiz, which I'm just looking up the date for. Would look like it's going to be the 21st of October. Is that okay with everybody here? 21st of October.
Sounds
Let
good.
me grab my diary.
We're just checking now.
21. Oh shit, I've got something on there. Oh no, that's okay.
Cool.
Yeah, I don't have anything, so.
Hey, it just says that Betty's on half term.
Right.
I'll make sure to let Law know so she can add that to her diary as well, because I know that she likes to have a reminder for when this is coming up. And we will say thank you guys in the chat so much for watching. Law, 21st of October. 21st of October. October the 21st. The October 21.
What other categories do we need to study, John?
Yeah.
Well, you know one of them, and the others John needs to...
I'm gonna guess Halloween, Samhain, spooky stuff.
I'm
There
thinking
will-
general knowledge would be in there.
There will probably be a spooky stuff round, and then I've also got written down a connections round and a probably a Mario Brothers round.
Yes.
Hey!
Boop, boop, boop,
Is it just
boop,
Mario
boop,
or
boop,
Nintendo in general?
I'm going to focus
Oh,
on
it's not just
Mario for
about
this
me in
one.
costume.
All right.
So, thank you guys in the chat so much for being here. If you haven't done so already, please do hit that follow button. It's a great way for you guys to know when we go live. A completely free way that you can support us on the channel. It is still Subtober, so if you sub to us or to your favourite streamer, and it is the first time you are doing so, you get a bit of a discount on the sub, up to 30% off, and the person you subscribe to still gets the same amount, which is
September,
really
my
cool.
love.
Yeah, Subtember.
You said Subtober.
I don't think I did, but it's late. Who knows? Not me. We have a Discord channel, and you can go over there and talk to us about the things we have said. Correct us on the spelling or pronunciation of Fjallipen, which I make no promises that I will say correctly or care if I don't, because I don't speak Dutch.
Next, you can also organise so that next time you can send me your answers in the middle of the stream. So that you can gain points as well through
September
me.
1957.
We also have a
Not
YouTube
be
channel.
afraid, shut up.
We also have a YouTube channel that you can go to see all of the replays of the old videos. If you head over there and ring the little bell, you get a notification when a new video goes live. If you head over to our website, you will find all of the things we do, the games that we play, the written content, the profiles of our D&D characters are all up on the website. As is our ever-expanding FBF podcast network. Head on over there to hear, see, and follow us in text form. There's a lot of things on there, as well as links to the YouTube channel and the Discord. We are going to head over now to the credits screen, where we will say that these are the streams that are upcoming. Tomorrow night on this channel, we are going to be playing some more of the Rime of the Frost Maiden, with the group making their way through the lost spire of Netheril and looking for a magic room that turns illusion into reality. On Monday night, Angel is going to be yelling at monsters.
See, it's so small.
No, John. On Sunday at about sometime between noon and 5 o'clock, whenever I feel like it, I'm gonna do an hour-long stream of Star Rail because they're doing their live streaming event, Amalgam-verse, and I could potentially win $1,000.
So at some point
Why not?
tomorrow, Angel is going to do a thing. Tune into whenever that happens. On Monday, Angel is going to be yelling at monsters in Genshin Impact. I'm going to be playing some more Marvel Midnight Suns. And Ben is going to be rafting.
Yes, with allies and friends and all.
Oh.
It's really
with
cool.
Milady
Like, really big picture. And the whole Earth is flooded, so only like the highest altitudes are still out. Free Jades for streaming clap.
We can hear you.
Yeah.
We can hear you. You're kind of talking
Yes.
over us.
Oh, sorry.
And to carry on, that will be raft with quest giver Milady and been placed down as well. Una Salatus.
Ah, so that's how you pronounce that. Cool.
Yeah, it took me a while to figure that one out. The amount of times carrying on asking. But yes, Una Salatus. As well as that, joined their channels. Anyway.
On
Is there a duo and trio Salatus?
On Tuesday, we might not be back to the adventures of Aurelius and Roswin just yet, because Sean's computer is still giving the problems. But on Wednesday, Angel is going to be failing at Star Rail. We're going to be on the FBF channel doing some Minecraft. And Ben, are you going to be getting over it this week with some potential?
I'm going to be trying to get up. I was supposed to do it this time, but I ended up having some issues with my Twitch. I couldn't get it working or running. So I will be going for it. I have the hot sauces ready so that I can have consequences. But yeah, as I say, I should have everything running this time, so it should be. So in which case, yes, it should be Wednesday. Getting over it with Questgiver.
Excellent. And then on Thursday, Angel loves Yakuza 0, and on Friday, I believe, no, Jeff won't be around, so there won't be anything happening on Friday. We are now going to do a raid, and we are going to do a raid into Ms. Luna Magic, who is playing some Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. Go give Miss Luna Magic some love. We'll see you guys again real soon. For now, so long. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Have safe journeys out there. Bye-bye.